are going to pitch their business this afternoon, but have submitted. And we are going to call the panelists to the high table. The panelists to the high table. I will start with Bro Mike Oredola. Please, a round of applause for him, please. Bro Mike Oredola, let's clap. Let's clap. Thank you very much, sir. We're going to call on Bro Bayo Omole. Please, a clap, a round of applause. Let's be clapping till he gets to the table. We'll call on Sister Ronke Adebayo to the high table. Please, let's clap. We'll call on Bro Dayo Ajiboye to the high table. Thank you very much. They are going to be our panelists this afternoon. They are going to go through they're going to go through the business pitches of all those who are applying, and by the grace of God, we are going to select the first. As we were told, the first will go with the cash of 500,000 naira, while the second will go with a sum of 350,000 naira, and the third will go with 150,000 naira. Can we clap for that, please? Okay. This particular session will have 2 rounds. The first round Okay, I've just been corrected. We are just going to have 1 round. And what will happen here is that we are going to call on the various business owners. They would come and pitch their plan and tell us what they have and what their business is all about and why they need the funds. We are going to call on Midas Green Ranch. If you are here, please. You're going to tell us what your business is all about, and then properly introduce yourself, and then pitch your business to also.
Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon, sirs, distinguished panelists, ladies and gentlemen. Oludare Emmanuel from Kubwa Branch Church, Apostolic Faith.
We can't hear you, please.
Oludare Emmanuel from Kubwa Branch Church, Apostolic Faith. I'm here to pitch my business.
Okay. Sorry, please. Sorry, so that we don't take much of our time. Just introduce yourself, your business. That's what you want to do. Okay? Go straight to what your product is all about. Tell us your financial plans and tell us how much you need. Question will raise other things up so that we don't. It's 2 minutes, right? So please,
okay.
Please speak up.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, you need to know who is speaking your own. So speak up so that we can hear you. Thank you.
Aside their name, they need their business name.
Yeah, your business name, apart from your name, so that we know, match it with whatever is here. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Midas Green Ranch is a new pig farm. A new pig farm that is just being founded. Midas Green Ranch. Yes, sir. Midas Green Ranch is looking to go into the booming. I think. That's it, sir. No, no, the one with the no, the last one. Yes, yes. Okay. Can I go on, sir? So, Midas Green Ranch is a new pig farm that we are looking to establish in the suburb of FCT, Dutse Alaji. We are seeking the sum of 300,000 naira to kickstart our pig farm, which have already established in asset, land, accommodation for the pigs, and inventory in machines and other infrastructure that is needed to make the lives of the animals comfortable and to run the business successfully. We are seeking this 300,000 naira in seed capital to look for new breeds of, to buy new breeds of pigs, the ones that give birth to at least 1 to 2 liters of piglets annually. We are looking at, okay, we are looking at Landrace breeds and Berkshire breeds. These kind of breeds are quite available in Nigeria, but they are the best for the pig farms. Then our yearly analysis, we are expecting to start with 3 sows and 1 boar. The sows are the female pigs and the boar are the male pigs. The 3 sows are expected to produce in the first breeding year of 2023 to a gross estimated value of 1,890,000, while we are having a projection value for the next 3 years of, in the year 2024, we are expected to grow from 1,890,000 to 5,460,000, and in the year 2025, we are expected to grow from 5,460,000 in commercial peak value to 11,620,000. While in the 4th year of establishment, we are expected to grow in pig commercial value of the farm from 11,620,000 to 17,710,000. This is the estimated progression of the farm with the seed capital that we are seeking for. Secondly, we came up with a mitigation plan for inflation purposes. We've liaised with local farmers, we've liaised with chiefs to give us land for cultivation, to produce our own feeds for them, to produce their breeding stock, and their feed, most especially because of the rising cost of inflation, which we have calculated to be at 21% this year, and we don't know what next year will be. So with that plan, we are having a mitigation plan for the finances to make sure that we have at least 6 months overhead feeding cost out of the 300,000 naira. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hold your mic. So, you want to do piggery, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you have a pig now, one, and so for you to get others ones, what's the gestation period? How many months, how many years?
One sow is supposed to have a gestation period of 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So, considering that you are in the north, where you have a lot of Muslims who are not into eating pigs, where is your market?
Well, we have established contact with hostels, restaurants, bars, and other dominating areas of people from the north central, people from the southwest, and people from the east. We have made contacts with some industry players too that have access to the the bigger players in the market. These are people who buy in stock, who buy at auctions too. So it is not necessarily targeted at individual
Do you sell?
consumption.
You are only assuming.
No, I'm not assuming, sir.
You've contacted them.
We've contacted them, sir.
So if you have it today, you have market for it.
As I speak to you, even without the pigs on ground, we have a market for it already.
Okay, so you know that the first price is just 500,000.
Sir?
You know that the first price is just 500,000.
Yes, sir.
So if you have 500,000 today, what will you do with it?
If I have 500,000 naira today, with the plans on ground already, we are going to get the pigs, the 3 sows and 1 boa that is supposed to cost us 80,000 naira. We'll look for inventories that are not already on ground, which is just a wheelbarrow and pump reducer. That is the only inventory that we know we don't have in the farm right now. Then we move forward to the financial mitigation plan that I spoke to you about. We go into seedings and we take the land that has been given to us to produce arable crop farms for the pigs before their maturity period.
Yeah, currently in the environment you choose to operate from,
Yes, sir.
are there people operating the same business, and who are your likely competitor?
Actually, the only major competitor that I know of right now is Aduda Farms, owned by Senator Philip Aduda. The other little startups like me, there are no close-by competitors around me, and the farm in itself is situated in a very, very remote area. I'm competing against a big business, but I believe that I have an advantage through pricing. To beat down the cost of pricing and to make sure that my pigs go into the market, that is why we came up with the access to farmland to reduce the cost of feeding. When you reduce the cost of feeding, definitely you can sell at a slightly lower rate and still make higher profit.
Okay, you say you want to break. Do you know anything about economic of scale? Have you heard anything about economic of scale before? Economics of scale.
The economics of scale.
Yes, where you have people with bigger. Okay, let me use the farm. Because he has a bigger farm, he can produce at very big rate, and he
Well, the advantage we have is that in the FCT, there are very, very few big farms. The biggest farm, like I mentioned, is the farm of Senator Aduda. Now, the problem where I choose to come in is the area of pricing. Because of his monopoly over the pig farm market in the FCT, so far from my research, they have not done any price crashing or reducing to beat the market. This is where the small and medium scale entrepreneur like me will come in.
Thank you. I'm not yet convinced about your marketing plan. You have a product that is disadvantaged in this environment. I've looked at your proposal. Your buyers, your off-takers, are they coming to you or you are taking it to them? Because if you are taking it to them, your proposal doesn't have anything on transportation. It's not factored in. I can't see it. So if it's factored in, show me. Because if it's factored in, it will affect your profitability and your ability to turn the money around. So this million you are calling, I can't even see how it's happening unless somebody's just giving you cash, not in payment for the production. Can you tell me where you plan to sell these things? Because the further out you go, the more it costs you. Now, for your business to scale, you must make sufficient provision for transportation. Subsidy has been removed. It's a real problem. Have you factored that in? When did you do this proposal? Before the removal or after?
Before, after.
After, and you still didn't factor transportation in. Bro,
I would like to answer that.
please do.
Very well, sir. The reason why transportation is not a major factor in this business is because the farmers have an advantage over the buyers. Because of the scarcity of these pigs in the Abuja market, the buyers have a competition of getting to the pigs faster than themselves. So there's a competition among the buyers to get the pigs because it is very, very scarce to get. Secondly, like I said, there are auction markets that get these pigs without you even going to the market. As I speak to you, there are Chinese companies in Nigeria, in Abuja, that come to you, that send their agents to you to book down your pigs even before maturity. So there is a thriving market for the pigs without going out to make transportation costs and incur liabilities.
How about storage?
Storage.
Yeah, in the event that your pig are matured, and I don't know if you intend to do slaughtering or you want to sell as whole, how about storage? What plan do you have for that?
Because of the nature of the pigs, how quickly they give birth and the population to which they give birth, we, in our little way, have provided habitation for the number of pigs for 200 pigs for the next 4 years. That is why if you look at the proposal in the last page, in the summary template, I used 1 breeding year. The reason for 1 breeding year is to mitigate their population so that it doesn't explode beyond the habitation they have. And luckily for us, we have land in Duse and land in Kubwa Extension 3 for population explosion with habitation currently waiting for the pigs.
Okay, we've heard you, but I want to ask if, have you worked in a place like the company you want to compete with? Have you worked there? Do you have experience how to take care of them, how to breed them, all those necessities to make sure the business is flourishing? Have you worked in a place like that? What's your knowledge? What do you have?
Very well, ma. Well, I've not worked directly under any employer that runs a pig farm, but I've had the rare privilege of moving with people that operate a pig farm in other states in the Federation. For example, during my short stay in Enugu, I stayed with somebody who operated the pig farm. So within the 4 weeks of my stay there, I learned the mode of their medication, the mode of their feeding, the type of their feeding, how to make them bigger, the techniques of treating them, and how to even make this pig friendly to you and the buyer.
Presently, how many pigs do you have?
Presently, I don't have any pigs in my farm. It is a new startup, man.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? You don't have a pig, fine and good. How much has it cost you to set up what you just showed us?
Well, currently, as written in the proposal, in assets.
How much have you spent in, you showed us the pictures here. There are pictures, there are buildings, there are pumping machine, generator, there are pipes and whatsoever it is. All these things are what you have, right?
Yes, sir.
How much has it cost you to get to this point?
So far, we have spent 1,452,000.
From your own pocket?
From our own pocket, sir.
Or borrowed money from loan?
No, we have no liabilities in debt to anybody.
Thank you. You can have your seats.
Let's please put our hands together for him. Midas Green Ranch. That was a wonderful one. Please, for subsequent presenters, make use of the mic properly. Because apart from the fact that our panelists want to hear you, we, the audience, want to hear you. Thank you very much. We are going to call on Gear P Communications. Gear P or GRP, GER. Is it Gear or Gear? Gear. Thank you very much. Can we put our hands together for GRP Communications? JAP.
Is it? You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can we meet you?
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, sir. My name is German Precious Wanajane. I hail from Olokima community in Ahuda West local government area, River State, Nigeria. I am currently a National Youth Service Corps member serving at College of Education, Akwanga, Nasarawa State. Okay. JP Communication is an individual-owned business founded in Akwanga, Nasarawa State, where we specialize on fixing of screens, troubleshooting, and maintaining smartphones and other gadgets and devices.
You have only 5 minutes for all you want to say here.
Okay. Okay, the business is all about repairing phones, maintaining phones, and also servicing and then networking. The business, as I started it earlier, it's not that much. The money I need right now to finance the business, for me to be able to acquire a standard shop where I can be able to train participants and also get some other required equipment for the company, it's going to cost me the sum of 1 million naira. And these equipments, as listed in my proposal, are one, a rework station and a soldering iron. A rework station, it's a gadget that comes with a hand blower. The hand blower is used to effectively remove screens from the frames of the phone. Whereas if I have this rework station, I could be able to fix more than 2 phones, 3 phones, 5 phones, 10, and as many as in a day. Whereas if the rework station is not there, you see someone struggling to remove the screen from the frames of the phone. And then also we have so many other gadgets which we need to acquire. We need a gum, we need a table, we need a workshop, like I've stated earlier, a better workshop whereby participants can be convenient, and also the customers who come to patronize us can also be convenient. Right now, the company is having a little shop opposite ABC Transport, Akwanga, Nasarawa State, where our customers are not conducive and then they don't have enough space. Whereas even the participants who are to register with me, they're not convenient as well. So the reason for the proposal is for me to get the money, for me to be able to get a better workshop with various devices so that hands-on training can be made effective for both me, myself, and then the participants as well.
Okay, thank you very much. So GP Communication, right?
JP Communication. Yes, sir.
You want to be training people. So invariably what you are saying is that you want to be a trainer.
Yes, sir.
So are you a certified trainer?
Sir.
Are you a certified trainer?
Yes, sir, I am.
With a certificate?
With certificate.
From where?
Sir?
Are you a certified trainer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your course of study? What do you study?
I studied information science in school, sir.
Information
science.
Information science. So basically, what does it mean?
Information science is all about acquiring information and then disseminating informations.
Okay, so but you are shifting to engineering course now.
I didn't shift, sir. It was a handwork I learned while I was in my junior secondary
so
school.
While you were in a school. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you say you need 1 million naira.
Yes, sir.
From your proposal.
Yes, sir.
So, but you didn't tell us if we give you the 1 million naira today, how much you will make in a week, in a month, in a year. You didn't say it.
You know, the phone line business, it
so,
varies.
Okay, for a phone, how much do you repair a phone?
It varies. For example, if a customer should come for you that he wants to change the screen of an iPhone, let me use for an example an iPhone XR. The price for the workmanship varies from that of repairing a mouthpiece. So the ranges of the prices differs. For example, for that iPhone now, the screen, the workmanship can go for 2,000 naira.
Okay, so 2,000 naira. So as of today, you are doing it according to you.
Yes, sir.
So how much do you make in a month?
In a month? In a month, I'm being able to raise up the sum of 100 and something thousand.
125,000 in a
So
month.
if you
sir.
make 125,000 in a month, that means in a year you are making about 1.4, 1.5 million.
Exactly, sir.
Okay, so why do you now need the 500,000?
Because for now, like I stated earlier, I'm a National Youth Service Corps member serving in Akwanga. It's a new environment. I don't have the capital to like get a proper shop and then all this.
What you have just told us now, you are doing it, you are making money, you are making about 125,000 in a month. That will be profit, I guess.
Yes.
So if we are making 125,000 in a month, so what we are saying is that it's about 144 million in a year, a profit, not anything. So what do you now need the 500,000 to do? Now you've not told us that in the market where you are, there are a lot of repairers in that market. So tell us, with this 500,000, what will be the impact on you if you are making already 100,000 in a month?
Okay. The 500,000 is needed because right now the shop I'm occupying in Akwanga is worth 60,000 naira. And then the equipment I have in the shop, they are not effective for me to carry on this job properly. So I need this money to get a better lab, a better workshop rather, whereby I can be, and then my participants and then my customers as well.
Okay, I have two challenges I want you to look at. You are asking for funding. You are not from Nasarawa. By your address, you are from Rivers. Why will anyone want to give you 1 million naira when at any time you have not told us you intended to permanently stay after your service? That's one. Secondly, the shop you are occupying now costs 60,000 naira. Why will you want to move to a 250,000 naira shop looking at your income? Yeah, you are making 125 already and your shop is 60,000. Why would you want to go to 250,000 naira accommodation? Then thirdly, are there demand for the training you are intending to go into? Because you've not told us that you plan to use this money to get equipment. Your proposal is talking about training. And now you are coming up telling us that some of the equipment you are using cannot do what you needed to do. So there is a conflict there. Address them.
Okay, addressing the first question, sir. You see that I didn't make mention if I was to base in Akwanga after my National Youth Service. The answer to that question is yes, I tend to base in Akwanga because I'm worshiping in the branch church of the Apostolic faith in Akwanga there. So I intend to base in Akwanga. Secondly, you asked concerning the idea of me moving to relocating. Okay, the problem is that the shop I'm occupying now is a small shop. Whereas if I'm able to get these patrons, these participants rather, that want.
So you don't already have them?
I have two already.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have an account?
Yes, sir.
Company account?
On this
Yes.
business?
That this money you are making every month.
Yes.
You are a copper, right?
Yes, sir.
And you make 125,000.
Roughly, sir.
That's a size hustle,
Yes, sir.
which is fantastic. In fact, I would want to know that and be able to make that money. Now the question is, do you have an account where you keep this money? How many months now have you been serving?
This is my 8th month of
This
service.
is your 8th month. When did you start the business in Akwanga?
The business started.
Immediately you were posted to Akwanga,
No,
right?
sir. No, sir.
Okay, like how many months now?
Like 5 months after.
5 months. That's almost roughly 600,000 in savings now. Apart, you have Alawi.
No, 5 months after my service posting. Like it was 5 months after I started the business.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay, 5 months after you.
Yes.
So that means like let's say 3 months.
Yes, sir.
Because you say 8 months. That is a 3 months. That's 3 times 1.5, 125. That's almost 475. Abi, or 375, or 375. So which means you have 375 in a saving, apart from your alawi,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you are now asking for 500,000. Answer now.
I never knew the prize money was 500,000, sir. They only asked us to submit our proposal on our business.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have been making that much, have you been plowing your income into your business?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because if you're looking for 1 million now, but you've been making so much for a copper in the past, where did that money go? And if the money has gone to other places, is it related to this business? Like, what is the result of the money you have put in the business?
The result of the money I put in the business is using the profitable money to acquire other devices, like, for example, phone screens, charging ports, screen guards, and so on and so forth, sir.
Do people come to you for training
Yes, sir, they
and
do.
they are willing to pay?
Yes, sir.
How much are they willing to pay?
Based on the
In
location,
Apangwa?
based on the location, the price ranges at 10,000, sir.
Sorry?
10,000 naira, sir.
For 12 months.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Sorry, let me just answer you in that. 10,000 for 12 months.
Yes, sir.
Will you say it's profitable?
For me,
For you, for the business, if somebody is willing to pay 10,000 for 12 months for a training, but without training, you make 125,000. So, which one do you think is profitable? Even though if you have 10 students, it will just be 100,000 in a year.
it's profitable to me because I'm serving as an entrepreneur. I'm helping other persons
What
too.
if you finish service? You have family, you have other things. With 10,000, that 100,000 still suffice. Because business is continuity. We call it going concern. It has to be in the future. So whatever we are doing here, giving you the money, we are not giving it for short time. We are expecting that there will be a going concern. So how do you think that will? Okay, thank you very much.
GRP Communications. Thank you very much. Because of our time, we are going to place a particular law now. If you know you are coming out, please know you have just 10 minutes for everything. 5 minutes. For everything. Okay, 5 minutes to present. 2 minutes to present. 2 minutes to present. Okay, thank you, sir. 5 minutes. So ensure that you hit the bullet point, hit the main thing, the nail on the head, and God will help you. We are calling on God's time metal works. God's time metal works. Thank you very much. Before I give you the mic, if you know you've not registered your name at the information desk, please do well to go and do that. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Peter Goche Utene. I'm from Nasarawa State, based in Akwanga. I'm a member of Apostolic Faith Church. My business is build construction. I'm a welder. The work that I'm doing, I have a challenge. When I'm working in NEPA, we are using it's not stable. I have challenge of generator, welding machine, spraying machine, filing machine, vice, cranjack, Rubit machine, and Rubit gun. Actually, all these things I'll be using, I'll be rent. For people, when I work, I give to them. Normally, I was in Taraba State, but because of the crisis, some of my team born to allocate to Akwanga. So I have challenge for all these equipments. And the generator, will cost me 350,000. Welding machines, 120,000. Spraying machine, 120.
Let me just ask the first question. Do you have an account, bank account,
Yes, sir.
company or individual?
Complete.
Company. Okay. So you said you'll be doing this work for 15 years.
Yes.
15 years, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have generator, agreed. You don't have wedding machine.
I have a wedding machine, one.
Okay, you have one,
Yes, sir.
so you need another one.
Yes.
So like the one you have now, how much do you make in a month?
The one that I'm using, I know I have the income.
How much do you make in a month?
Okay. You know, most of our work is a contract. So,
I know that every
Yes.
work is in season
yes.
and is in session. Just give me an average. How much do you make in a month?
I make 50,000. Sir.
Hmm?
50,000.
Okay, 50,000 in a month.
Yes.
Okay. So that's averagely times 10, 500,000, 600,000 in a year, right?
Yeah.
Is that
if,
correct?
if the work is entering. Yeah.
Okay, if it can go up, it can go
Because
down.
the work is on and off. It is contract. When you enter, you don't get.
Okay, let me ask you a question. In the church, you are in Akwanga, or where?
Yes, sir.
How many members of the church or people in the church that have referred people to you for you to work with them? They build a house now in Akwanga.
There are many. Even the building of the church last year, I'm the one do everything for the church.
Hmm?
I said there are many. Even the building the church last year, I'm the one do all the construction in the church.
So how much do you collect? How much do you make from that business?
Actually, as a member, I just get them to give me workmanship. So
Okay.
to buy the materials.
No problem. Thank you.
The reason why we are asking this, if what averagely you make presently is 50,000, and you are making a projection of 1.5 million naira, it's on the last page of your proposal. No, that's what is requesting. We are able to come up with a projection of over 35% profit. Come again?
That is the income if the work is coming. Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
So, and we have 1.55, we have 2.7.
Yeah.
How
That's
will you
by year.
yeah, I know. But now the question is,
Yeah.
have you just won a contract, or do you have a job that is demanding that you should have this additional equipment? Because that's the reason why you can make this projection. It's not just about giving you money. It's not just about you buying equipment. What do you want to do with that equipment?
Yes, I have the shop, and most of the work that I'm doing, I'll be collecting loan for people. After I finish the work, I will settle them before remove my own interest.
It's okay, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
God's time metal works. Thank you very much. We're going next to catering and events management. That's what we are seeing here. Catering and event management. Can we Please put our hands together for him. Remember, your time is 5 minutes. Your time is 5 minutes. I'm just reminding you.
All protocol duly observed. My name is Lois Charles Wilson from Gwagwalada branch. I'm a caterer and event manager. But as it is now, I'm fully into catering without the event management. I produce cakes, donuts, samosa, and lots more. My aim of this business is at the end of the day, I should be able to create an employment for people. Thank you.
Sorry, let me ask, what is the name of your business?
Sir, I've not given it a name.
Oh, you have not given it a name because we are
Yes.
only seeing catering and events. It's okay. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Okay.
Today now, as you know, we are having a program like this. I expect you to have prepared some sample that you let people know this is what you do. And in your area there, how far have you gone with the catering?
Yes, I've been producing at home because I don't have a shop yet. So I do it on small scale, on as in contract. I don't do it to keep it in shops. It's based on contract. But I'm planning, if God help me, I would like to make some complimentary cards and banners so that I'll be able to go to supermarkets and bigger shops and then distribute some products for them. So that if they test it and then it's good for them, they'll be able to look for me.
Do you have a school around you there, or companies, or people working, maybe as a group, they are working together around you? Do you have people like that? Have you ever visited them with what you are doing? Have you shown them? Have you showcased what you have been doing? Have you taken it to schools?
I've not taken it to schools because currently I'm teaching. So I don't have the time to do that.
Okay, it's just a side hustle.
Yes.
It's not the main thing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if you are teaching in a school,
Yes, sir.
so do you take it to the school?
Yes, I do it, but on contract.
No. Early in the morning, you want to go to school, you are a teacher.
Yes, sir.
You normally take it maybe as part of what you do
Yes,
and
sir.
take
I
to
do
school.
cookies and package it to school.
You package it to school,
Yes.
and when you package it, everything finished.
Yes, I
So in
see.
a month, now how much do you think you make?
It's a small school that I teach in.
How
so
much do you think you make from that thing? From that thing you are saying
3,000-4,000.
4,000 to 5
Yes.
in a month.
No, not in a month.
In
It
a
depends
day?
on. It's not all the time that I do it because there are other snacks that is in the school already. So it's when the parents are comfortable with it before they can request
And
it.
yes, I know, but from your own, maybe 1 week in a month or 1 day in a month, how much do you think from your head, everything? It's just like
I get like
it's
4
not-
to
market no
5,000.
good. Huh?
4 to 5,000
In a month.
Yes.
Okay. And you are requesting for 350, Abby?
Yes. Why?
So
I'm
if we give you this 350 now, what will you do with it? Considering that you are working on.
I wanted to buy a machine, a stand mixer, and also an oven, because sometimes if I get a contract like this, I cannot do it because I have challenges of baking. I cannot mix with my hand and considering the time they are giving me. So I have to let go of it, and then when the smaller opportunities come, I make use of it.
Okay, have you heard anything about partnership before?
No, sir.
Okay, partnership is my guy here is doing something, mommy is doing something, and I'm doing. But because I know I'm handicapped, and somebody give me a big contract, and I know I cannot do it, I will go to mommy. Mommy, you do this contract. This is what contract they give me. Can you do it? How much? Mommy says 5,000. I'll go to the owner and say, okay, that contract, I can do it. You pay 6,000. You understand? I will give it to mommy, but I will have how much? 1,000, right?
Yes, sir.
It's not part of my money.
It is.
Now, In Gwagwalada where you are, is there anybody doing the same thing?
Yes, there is.
And when you see the business now, you know you are handicapped. Do you call them
Yes.
that they should come and do?
Yes.
And do you get anything from it?
No, it was not long that we came
Thank
to
you.
know ourselves.
All right, you've tried. Thank you. Clap for her, please. The next person.
Black Ghana soup. Are you here? Okay. Huh? Okay. The next is Joseph Livestock and Farming. Joseph's Livestock and Farming. Can we clap? Joseph.
He's not here now.
He's not here. Okay. Kelvin Chimezie Designs. Kelvin Chimezie Designs. Okay. Yeah. Are you here, sir? Okay. You just denied it, sharp. Ray Enacted Pig Farms. Ray Enacted Pig Farms. Please, can we clap for him? Ray Enacted Pig Farms. 5 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Raymond Inaku. I'm the CEO, Ray Enacted Farms. I specialize on pig. I specialize specifically on pig. I'm into pig production. So, the demand for white meat is high. And medically, red meat has been somehow said it has side effects. So the demand for white meat is really high. People are now looking up to chicken, fish, and pig. Pig is a white meat. And so I did my research and found out that many people are going into poultry, fishery, and I dug deep. I went deep into piggery and discovered that pig is more nutritious, more healthy compared to other animals.
Sorry, please mind your time. Tell us what you want and how you want to utilize what you want.
So I started a pig farm, a very small one, and after some time, because of lack of funds, the farm was disrupted because thieves broke into the farm and took the whole animals. So the challenge I'm having right now is I want to improve the farm. I want to enlarge it a little bit so that it to be more easy for me to manage and thieves will not come inside. Because at first I started very small and there is no security in the farm. I don't have the normal basic amenities, the basic implements that I'm supposed to use to run the farm. So I was running manually. I was using my strength. But now I want the money so that I will be able to enlarge the farm, get security and other helps, and run the farm very well, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. How much does he want? Do you have a loan running?
How much are you asking us? How much are you asking for?
I actually wanted to run a big farm, about 2 to 3 million. I was looking at, but I can start. I've already started with a small farm that is not up to 300,000 that I started with the first time. Now I am looking up to look if I can get the 500,000. I can restart very well.
Wait, talk to your business plan. Don't talk to how much you have. Somebody can increase it.
Okay.
Talk to your business plan. Don't talk to it because you hear 500,000.
Yes,
Now the question, let's wait. The question I want to first of all ask you. You said you started before
Yes, sir.
and you stopped.
Yes.
What made you stop?
Thieves broke into the farm and it made away with my thieves. They
Thieves?
broke they broke into the farm and they made away
Thieves
with
broke
my
and
animals.
carried the pigs.
Yes.
And you said in your business plan that you're going to be buying the pigs from woman here.
Yes,
And-
it was a native, it was a local pig that I started with. But this time I want to get a better species.
Okay, you want to get the species from woman here?
Yes, a better
the,
species,
The
yes.
species is not even in any of the northern states. The
It's
transport from woman here to here. You are staying where?
I'm in Abuja here.
Eh?
I'm in Abuja here.
Where in Abuja?
In Gwagwa.
Gwagwa?
Yes, I'm from Gwagwa Branch Church.
Okay, Gwagwa. So you want to go and move the pig from woman here to Gwagwa. What of the transport fare? It's there.
It's transport, yes.
Okay, so now how many pigs do you want to move from woman here to Gwagwa?
It depends on the finance. I can move 5, 10.
5,
Yes.
10. Now, what is the rate of producing for a pig? If you get one, how many can that one produce?
And it's normally pigs produce from 5, 6, 7 for the first. As it progresses, I just keep giving birth.
Okay, so let's say the
keeps
first one.
increasing
Let's say the
to
first one.
10.
The first one is 5.
Yes.
And you want to get 5. So 5 times 5, you add that 25 pig race or whatever they call it, right?
Yes, it's pig race.
So do you have a space for that?
Pig
Do you have a
lot.
location now?
Yes,
that the
I have a
thief
location.
will not also come again because it's no species.
I have a location and
It's secured.
I want to employ security.
Have you considered the environmental factor? Moving a pig
We do
from Umaya to Gwagwa, a different species from what you have here, right? Yes. So what makes you think it will survive and it will produce as expected? Because change of environment do affect most of these animals.
Normally pigs we don't move pigs during the day. We move pigs most times at night because of the sun rays. Pig don't like heat. So
they don't like heat.
Yes, we do move pigs most times at night, specifically. So
and you know this environment is hotter than where it is coming from.
there is a way we make our farms. Most times pens are built with shades. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for him. That is Ray Enacted Pig Farms. Next on line is Hair Vocate. Hair Vocate. A round of applause for. Okay.
What's the name?
Hair Vocate. Hair Vocate. Please, Atabo Onochie Jeremiah Farm, just be ready. After this, you are next in line. Farmers are plenty.
Good afternoon. My name is Moshokwe Folowa Ige, and I'm the founder and manager of Hair Vocate. Can I proceed?
Continue now.
Okay. Hair Vocate is a natural hair brand that is dedicated to providing a wide range of accessible and affordable products that are also quality. We create hair care regimens that are specifically tailored to each individual hair type. My pitch today is on our expansion into the salon industry, and for this we'll need a sum of 5 million naira. When I founded Evocate in 2020, I was a student in Obafemi University, and there was a deficit of hair care products, and you only had to order them from Lagos or Abuja to get them. I also noticed that this problem was also prevalent in other universities, and whilst I was in OAU, we were able to establish traction as a foremost hair care brand and a student brand, and also expand to other schools in the East. Up to now in the East, we still have a drop shipping program where students in the East can order products and get them at a cheaper rate and collect them when they already paid all the money. Right now, we want to expand into a salon business to increase our product offering, to catering into our customers, into hair care grooming and maintenance of hair. And also, this expansion will allow us to provide personalized services to each person that comes, regardless of hair type. We have done our market analysis, and salons. I've gone to low brow salons, and I've estimated the cost of each caring for your hair in high brow and low brow salons. The average cost for most low brow salons are 20,000 naira, depending on the style you want to achieve. And for the first month, we've capped our revenue at about 30 million. The first quarter, about 11.6 million, which also includes inventory, store products, equipment, and even our assets. We also going to have a cash flow of about 20 million, and return of revenue, return of investment about 400%. We also have an active Instagram page that boasts over 2,000 followers, and we plan to convert these followers into clients. Social media also, aside from promoting our products, we also post content on healthy hair care tips and maintenance. Thank you.
Are you based in Abuja here?
Yes, I'm based in Abuja.
But this talks about Ife.
No, that was my milestone track record in Ife, whilst I was in Ife.
So what do you do now? And where are you? What branch are you? Where do you worship?
Abuja.
Where? Jabi?
Lugbe, no, Lugbe.
Lugbe. Okay, so where do you have a setup there now?
Yes, we have an online store. We still cater to online customers, but want to expand to salon industry now.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm just looking at your ROI, return on investment. I don't know what parameter you use in calculating it, but you know how to calculate ROI, right?
I do.
So if you have an ROI of 400%, do you think it's visible, considering our economic situation now?
Yes, it's very visible for the
Banks
industry.
does not make ROI of 400%.
Sir?
Banks, commercial banks, does not project 400% of return on investment. So if your return on investment is 400%, now what is your return on investment currently? Now that you are doing online or you started it, so what is the return on investment? How much do you make in a month and in a year? Average, don't tell me the amount.
So right now, our current return on investment is about 75%.
So that 55% of your, 55%?
75%.
75%.
Yes.
So you are not even up to 100%.
No,
Now we have 100, 200, 300, 400%
Yes.
ROI. So how do you want to achieve that?
So the startup capital that I need is 5 million. And with our projections, we're going to make a revenue of 30 million in a year.
Okay.
And with the expenses of 10 million. So
Do
that
you,
pays.
do you consider inflation?
Yes, I considered inflation.
So what is the inflation rate? This material, are you producing it locally, or you export it, or you buy from somewhere?
We export right now.
You export.
Yes.
So
that's our
considering
product.
the rate of dollar, which is projected to reach 1,000 naira on the IIE window, so what do you think? How do you think that will affect you?
With the increase in dollars, the products automatically increase too.
Increase.
So,
So
yes.
now looking at that and people now purchasing power of people, how do you think that will affect you?
So why I capped this at a 400% ROI was not just the hair products itself, now the hair services.
Yeah,
This
because you said in Abuja, average hair service is about 20,000.
Yes, sir.
So I'm only looking at the church now. Sorry, I'm using my environment.
Thank you, sir.
Is it possible for anybody to do hair of 20,000 here?
So by average, there are some persons that would pay services for as low as 3,000, and there are services that are as high as 120,000. So I cap the average at 20,000.
Average is not supposed to be 20,000 now. The higher band and the lower band, that's it now. You now take the average of it. That's mathematics. Highest band and the upper band and the lower band. Then you take the average of it. Then you get your middle, which is median,
Yes,
right? And so you can't say 20,000.
Okay, sir.
Because you are using 20,000 for your projection. And that would be wrong. That's what I just want to say.
Okay, sir.
Your interest is okay, it's good, but your assumptions are not really too correct, are bogus. That's what I just want to bring out.
Okay, sir.
What you want to do is okay, fine, but your assumptions are not really true. So you have to sit down and look at your assumption very well. So that at the end of the day, because if it's possible for me to give you 2.5 million that you are looking for, and within a year or 6 months you're going to get 6 million, it will be a worthwhile investing on. Right? But I say it will be, if I would like to invest on that kind of business that will give me return on investment of 400%. But then the assumption that you just created now is not, I won't agree with it. I would say maybe I should be looking for money to come and invest.
No, sir, the ROI is not for individual investors. It's the ROI on general business.
Of the business.
Yes.
Return on investment is the same thing.
Yes.
Return on investment is simple. Thank you very much anyway. Okay, so now that you know that this thing, that this place does not have 2.5 million, what can you achieve with 500,000?
So with 500,000, we're going to create an inventory app. Right now, we have a problem with our Instagram page. Sometimes we don't get the orders on time because of the lag, and we don't get to deliver or fulfill orders on time. But with the inventory app, we can get orders and fulfill them timely, and also reach out to shipping companies and ship them on time to get to the customers at the desired time they want it. And also expand our inventory to include product offerings that we do not have currently.
Sorry, let me ask you a question. Sorry, since it's a shipping something, are you sure it's not under a banned item?
Sir?
It's not banned, right? And you are not foreseeing a situation that they will say there is no money, custom duty, all those things, they will not.
No, sir. No, sir.
Hair Advocate. Next in line is Atabo Onuchie Jeremiah Poultry Farms. A round of applause for him, please. OL Event Franchise, get ready. And Wow Luxury Event and Catering Services, you are next after that. 5 minutes. Sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Atabo Jeremiah. Poultry farm.
I would have wished you present. But unfortunately, what you bring was just a photocopy of some other things you downloaded somewhere. I think this is supposed to be supposed to mean a business. It's supposed to write a proposal, not to go to one website and download information and submit it to us.
It is my business proposal before, but the person that the organization that I'm expecting money from them, they're not.
They won't give you. The organization will not give you the money. And that's why you now went ahead to download it and bring it to us. Anyway, let's just give you a benefit of doubt. But I tell you, I take exception to this. But go ahead and say what you want to say. Let's hear you. Maybe what you want to say may convince us. Go ahead.
I need my poultry farm needs raw material and assets. Assets in the sense that I will buy land, machine, incubator, van, deep freezer for my farm for setup. And in raw material, like broiler and layers.
So how much do you need?
I need like 6 million.
6 million.
Yes.
So if we give you 500,000 today, what will you do with it?
I will manage it.
Manage or what? Which manage? Everybody, even 6 million, you manage it. What will you do with 500,000 today? I can manage 500,000. If you give me 20 million, I can manage it.
I just use that one for just manual equipment.
Are you doing it now?
I'm doing it before I vacate it.
Are you doing it now?
There's no money to start it.
No money to do it.
I'm doing it before I come to Abuja, but when
okay, you've not even done it before. Do you know what are the people that compete against you in poultry? Why did you leave the other one? The other one you were doing before. Why did you stop it?
It's other states. Come against them.
The one that you know you are doing it before and you stop it. What makes you to stop it?
It's my brother that called me to Abuja to secure a job for me, and is not able to do it. So
Okay, your brother said you should come to Abuja and leave it.
Yes.
And you are not doing it. So you are not making money doing it.
I'm making money.
And what you are making money, you now leave it.
See that as a graduate, I'm not supposed to do it.
Okay,
now.
as a graduate, you
I
should
be coming to Abuja that you find work for
work for you. Yes. Okay, but he has not got a work for you, or you are working now. You are not working. What do you study?
Sir?
What do you study?
Agric.
Agric engineering, agric science.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
This is a loan form, right? It's a loan processing form. For how much? For 6 million?
Yes.
So you said if you are to pay it back, it will take you 7 years to pay it back.
Yes.
Now, do you have any, what do you want to drop as collateral? If, assuming this 500,000 we want to give is a loan, how quickly can you pay that back? If I give you 500,000 now,
yes,
as loan,
yeah,
number one, what will you give the church to hold so that we know that you are serious about your business, right? Yes. And two, when will you pay it back?
This one, they give me 1 year for opportunity before I pay. I will use it for 1 year before I started paying this 6 million.
The 6 million.
Yeah.
But you've not borrowed anything, but you just want to borrow 6 million now. But how much do you generate now, as at today?
It depends
in income. How much is your income as at today?
It depends the capital that I used to start.
What do you do now?
Now.
What are you doing today? What did you do yesterday? How do you get money now?
If I are able to...
Wait. Which money you they spend now? Where you they get money to spend now? Which business you they do now?
I'm riding keke.
Keke?
Yes.
Or Okada?
Keke.
Keke?
Yeah.
So, from that keke now, have you been generating any money?
Yes, sir.
Where is the money going?
No, it's on high purchase.
Higher purchase.
Yes.
But you now want to pivot into agriculture.
Yes.
Okay.
If I pay that keke before I start my business, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, it takes a lot of effort and courage to come out. It's been audacious. We should never, ever despise the humble beginnings of anyone. Ever. So let's just encourage, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Atabo Noche, Jeremiah Poultry Farms. Next in line is OL Events Franchise. OL Investment Franchise. A round of applause for all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I'm Ibikunle Ruth from Kubwa Church, Kubwa branch, and all events is my brainchild. The idea is, the business is about offering baked products and all event services. We offer services such as cakes, custard powder, and freshly cooked food and soups. The mission is to lead event franchise and solve all event needs in Nigeria or the world at large. And so far, the business idea started 2020, April 2020, and we've been able to achieve and sell to over 250 people since then.
Please
let's encourage them. How many of you can cook for 250 people? At least people keep buying. Our product is good. God bless you. Go ahead.
So we have available equipment that has been helping us through the years. A 2-layer oven, different sizes of pans. We have pots.
What do you want?
I want to be able to get bigger oven.
How much do you
also,
need?
Okay, the estimated price is 150,000.
It's not in your it's not this place now, Abby.
Is there?
Okay, 150,000. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, sir. So just these two items holding you back?
Yes, but I also need other things, but I've been prudent with my profits, so I always use it to buy the...
So you are operating from home currently?
Yes, I'm operating from
It's
home.
okay.
Let me ask you a question. You say you do cooking, right?
Yes, but...
So,
Yes, I cook, but it's home delivery.
home
not
delivery.
like-
So, 4 liters of a soup will cost me how much?
It depends on the content.
Let's
sir.
say I need Afan soup
Okay.
with every ingredient, correctly cooked Afan soup. 4 liters will cost me how much?
As of the last time that I did,
As of last week, you're supposed to know it.
yes, it's going to cost 28,000.
28,000. So I will
If
give
you want everything.
yes, everything 4 liters. I will give you 28,000, right? So what is your profit out of that 28,000?
Sir?
What will be your profit?
On the 28th,
Yes.
I have 7 or the 8,000 on it.
You have 8,000, so that means it will be 20,000 that will cook it.
Yes.
Okay, so now, how many people have you served? You said you serviced 250 people.
Yes.
Let's say average of 8,000 or 10,000 or 8,000. So 8,000 times 250 is how much? 8,000 times 100 is 800,000, right?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes. But it doesn't always come that way.
No, now I'm
don't-
looking at what you have already achieved. 250, you say you have cooked for.
No, not cooked. We've offered our product. We've offered our product, which consists of cakes, custard powders, not only cooking.
Okay, not only, okay. So averagely now, since 2020, averagely, 2020, this is 2023, that's 3 years ago. So averagely, let's say, how much have you made in a year, average?
In a year, monthly.
Average in a year, monthly times 12.
In a year, I can say 150 yearly.
150,000 in a year.
Yes.
So if you have 500,000 now, how much will you make in a year?
If I have 500,000.
Yes. Let's say I give you 500,000 now. Or you want this and they give you 500,000. How much will you make in a year? Because there's no projection here.
Baking business is always on orders. So it depends on how.
So if there's no order, then there is
no,
nothing.
there's going to be orders. There are going to be orders.
How many orders do you get in a month?
In a month.
At least in a month. How many, it doesn't matter the product.
Okay, then.
How many orders?
12, 10, 20, depends.
Between 12 and 20
Yes.
in a month.
Yes.
So let's say you make 10. Let's say you are doing 10. So 10 times 12, that's 120 orders. And those orders, let's say you make average of 8,000.
No, not on all. Some we make just 1,000 profits. Like it depends on the product we are selling now.
So have you really done your homework very well? Have you network? I want to, because you see the thing is this: you have an idea, but I don't know. You have, maybe you don't know. Maybe there's a market.
There's a market. We all
And
know
have-
there's a market.
See, do you believe your product is good?
Yes.
Do you want people to see your product?
Yes.
I see you spoke about social media presence.
Yes.
Are you on social media now?
Yes, we've been operating on social media, WhatsApp. and
But do you want to
Facebook.
scale it? Because
Yes,
you
I
wrote
want to
ring
scale
light,
it.
you wrote phone.
Yes, for
Do you
just
have those
for
now?
a camera.
Do you have it now?
Yes, I had it, but April it just got spoiled.
It got spoiled. But it's not featured in your needs. Your needs does not include your social media presence. People order food from online. How many people can you tell about your very good food from mouth to mouth?
There are very few.
So
Most of
why
our
is it not
clients-
included in your proposal? You know, you need to scale. If you believe in what you do, push it out. Stop blinking, stop winking and waving from a dark room. Let people see you.
Okay, another thing I want to add, I want to tell you. You see, business is about networking and networking to a good area. Okay? You may have one person's phone number and he put you on his page, and that alone may attract. Let me give you an instance. There was something somebody was doing. So he just told me, I said, okay, no problem. I just pick him. I just push my contact to the person. Now somebody called the person from Lagos. Because the person knows me, the person ordered for a product of 700,000. Pay even without delivery. Because the person called me, you are the one that put? I said, yes. Do you know the person? Yes. So sometimes the people you have at your contact, and that also boils on trust. If people are able to trust you, that you will fulfill what you say you will do. You have a very good proposal, where it's like you don't know your market and you've not done your homework very well. That's what I can just say. So go back and do your homework. I wish you good luck.
A round of applause for OL. Event franchise. Well done. Next, Wow Luxury Event and Catering Services. Thank you. Please, Davoj Farm Limited, get ready after him. A round of applause. 5 minutes. Sir. Is it what you there?
Good afternoon, man. Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Williams Apan Wilson. The name of my business is Wow Luxury Events and Catering Services. Wow Luxury Events and Catering Services specialize on cake baking, decoration, cooking, pastries and confectionaries. For the past 2.5 years, we'll be able to serve food in several locations, companies, and all that. The main purpose I'm here is logistic, location, and facilities. For the business to move forward, we don't have logistics, so at times we spend more money on logistics and also facilities in renting things for our services. Thanks, sir. The maximum of what I want is 3,240,000.
You need 3 million.
Yes, sir.
And how quickly do you think you can return that? How quickly can you turn that around?
Okay.
Are you just starting?
Okay, no, sir.
Do you have, are you already producing?
Yes, sir.
So you already have income?
Not really, sir.
But you are producing?
Yeah, we do, yes.
But you don't have income?
The income that are coming are usually used for other things.
Other things, not that
Equipment.
business.
For the business.
Oh, you're plowing it back.
Yes, buying facilities, some other items.
Okay. So, okay, I'll come back to you.
Going through your proposal, you were asking for, I saw a total of 1.36 somewhere and the other one. So all you are asking for here makes it look like you are not already in the business. And from the initial pages, it is said that the big names, hotels that you have been operating, maybe you have been supplying. So I'm trying to get, don't you, is it a fact that you don't have anything on ground at all and you are trying to start? Or you are asking for this to add to what you already have?
Okay, what we have been doing in the business is companies do call us to cook. Like Epa Good, they do call me to assist them in cooking. So where they can serve in big events, and also Monaco Nigeria Limited. So I've been joining them to cook, assisting them in their cooking.
Okay, sorry, let me ask you. Are you the owner of this business?
Yes, sir.
You are the owner?
Yes, sir.
The one that you have been attending, are you the owner?
Sir?
The one that they have been calling you, this hotel that you mentioned here, are you the one that got the contract?
Okay, get the contract? No.
Okay, so you are
It
only...
is the company that got the contract.
Which company?
Epa
This
Gold.
company or another company?
Okay, another company.
Okay, so you are only helping them to work.
Yes.
In a way. And you want to start your own.
I'm already on my own, but not full-time, just part-time.
Yeah, but you mentioned some name of a company. And you say you want to buy this, you want to buy this, you want to buy this. That's why I'm asking a question.
Okay.
The company you mentioned, you always help them to work. You know it, you can do the work.
Yes,
but you
sir.
don't have your own now.
Yes.
You only do follow people to go. Now, the people you follow to go, those companies that normally take those contracts,
Yes, sir.
how much do you think they collect? Have you ever sit down and ask them how to do costing?
Yes, sir.
So how much, if I want to host an event, or those companies want to host an event, how much do you charge them? Average.
Of what I charge them?
Event. You said it here now. You said some big hotel and all those
Okay, for events, maybe I'm called to help them prepare food. So we charge according to what we are preparing.
Tell me how much this one, you prepare this, this is how much. I want to do a wedding now, or a naming ceremony, and I say I'm doing it in a social hotel.
Okay, if you are doing a ceremony and you contact us, what we do is that you tell us amount of people you have to serve. You are expecting for your...
I want to serve 350 people.
Okay, for 50 people, a plate of food is 4,500. That is if you are serving. If you are taking...
You are selling to me now.
Sir.
You are selling to me. I want you to understand what you want. You understand? You say what is this? You brought your proposal.
Yes, sir.
You stated how much you want. But I want you to understand the business. That if you want to write a proposal, you're supposed to do your homework by checking, knowing the costing, how much. I just asked you now, if it's what you are doing, you're supposed to tell me, okay, I can tell you if I want to feel social person, this is how much. 1.5 million, I will charge you. 3 million, I will charge you. You've not done that. It's good. It's a good business, but you've not really done your homework. And you have not started. You only follow people. So those that you are following, you are learning. It's good. But you need to also know other things. The secret behind them. You understand? They won't tell you the secret unless you put your eyes down. So thank you very much.
Wow Luxury Events and Catering Services. Davoj Farm Limited. You're next. Davoj Farm Limited. Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esther Oloyemi from Buari branch. The name of my farm is Davoge Farms. We are based on raising organic chicken base for human consumption. Our problem statement: who does not enjoy chicken prepared in various ways? The taste is mild, meaty, palatable, and savory, which is very tempting and gives overall satisfaction in a meal. Unfortunately, the craving for chicken has led many to consume unhealthy meat that was produced with lots of boosters and antibiotics, particularly by farmers who want to make quick returns on their investment. Coupled with the recent ban on importation of poultry and poultry products by the federal government, which has resulted in the inability of the local poultry farmers to meet up to the demands of a ever-increasing population in the country. Our value proposition: what we offer: safer chicken meat, chicken with less cholesterol, thereby decreasing the incidence of heart disease associated with consumption of chicken. We also offer properly processed and neatly packaged chicken at affordable costs. Our competitive analysis: unlike Villa Integrated Farms and other local farmers, we produce and sell our base at live or processed on the request of customers. Moreover, our customers have the option of picking their own live base, and we also offer delivery services. Our marketing plans: social media, partnership and collaboration with restaurants, supermarkets, and hotel owners. Through word of the mouth, through referral system, farm gate buyers, and individuals. Our financial plan. Our financial plan. 850,000 naira for starting, which includes startup costs and operational costs. 850,000.
Okay. So, if we give me her 500,000, what we should do?
Actually, I was hoping to raise 200 boilers for a start, but now, if you are planning to give me 500,000, that means I will have to reduce the number of the birds so to raise.
Okay, what does it do now?
He's a core member. He's currently
Okay, so is it doing the poultry now? Is it into poultry business now?
No, I just want to start, but I have hands-on experience.
So for how many years?
Over 3 years, because during my NCA, I did industrial training. And during my degree, I also did industrial training at a very big farm. Moreover, when I was in school, I used to practice at the back of my hostel, but I had to stop.
Okay, so who are her competitors? Did he have a land, a building, or what? Did he have a land, a building, and the kids?
He said she plans on renting. Villa Integrated Farms.
Okay, so
and frozen food sellers.
You know that Buhari, where he is, has a high concentration of poultry. So how does he want to cope? Big ones.
What we are offering is different from what most of the farms are offering. Most of them use boosters and antibiotics to raise their birds, but we are proposing to raise our built with apps, which can be easily found around us. Organic products only. We have, and that will be an edge over most of our competitors.
So does she has the market and the people that will take it? Because if I don't know that she sell organic one,
If I don't know that you sell, that she will have to do a market survey with the number of people that she has spoken with. They prefer chicken meat that have more natural taste rather than the ones that are raised with.
so how does she arrive at this?
Okay, she says supermarket she buy from. That's organic chicken. That's our ice cream. Especially people that are careful about their health and everything. They don't want to take chemicalized.
So how does she arrive at this financial projection without even doing market survey? No, she said she has not done.
That is about what people need. Have you done it? Have you done it before? Market. That she has spoken to some friends, some people around as a market survey.
She has not started at all.
No, that she just moved recently.
Where you were before, did you do anything like that?
I was raising layers for egg production before now.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
That was my fear. That's my fear. That's my fear. And that area has a lot of big poultry.
Thank you very much. That was more like it. That was more like it. Next in line is Olaido Farms.
She needs to be encouraged.
Next, sustainable agricultural solution. Please, 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them, please.
Good afternoon, ladies
Sorry,
and
what's
gentlemen.
that place? Which one is that? Olaido Farms, okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olaide Abaton Idowu. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Olaido Farms. We started this business since 2015. By God's grace, we started with 25,000 naira. By God's grace, our birds have moved to 200 birds now from 25 birds. And when I started the business, I learned the business from my husband anyway. And now I'm now his master now, by God's grace, because I know both organic and synthetic method. The organic method is using of herbs and roots in training your birds.
Can you tell us what you want? How much do you want? How do you get the money?
Okay.
How much is your projection if you get the money?
Yes, I need 1 million naira to train layers, 200 layers. So, if I get 1 million naira now, I'll order layers, 200 birds from Ibadan, from Agrited Farm Company Ibadan, direct. And if I want to book that 200 birds, I will need to book it at rate of 600,000 naira.
Okay, so if you have 1 million naira, you make 600,000.
I will book 600,000. I will use the remaining birds. I will go for.
So we don't have 1 million naira now. We have 500,000. So what will happen?
For the 500,000, I will go for 100 birds, 100 layers, and I will go for point of lay instead of a day old because of the weather is very hot. It's very cold. I will go to point of lay, which will cost me 3,000 naira per one from Ibadan, 16 weeks. And I will buy feed, like 30 bags of feed. to the laying point, because each bird will eat 8 to 10 kg to the laying point. That's the cost for layers. And before now, I've started selling eggs already. And I know much about it because
Madam, how much do you make how much do you make? What is your profit, return on investment in a year?
In a day, if you train 200 birds, you will get 6 crates of eggs. And a crate of eggs is now 2,000 naira. That is 2,000 naira multiplied by 6. That's 12,000 naira. And the cost of feed is 8,000 naira. And your profit is 4,000 naira per day.
So you know 4,000 naira per crate.
Per day, on a daily basis for 200 birds.
For 200 birds. So
yes.
For how long will you get that kind of yield?
That's 72 weeks, 2 years.
All things being equal. What of in a situation, God forbid, there is adverse effect? Do you have any backup plan?
Yes, that's why if you look at my proposal, I supposed to write 850. That's why I wrote 1 million naira. That 150,000 naira will be for.
Yes, what I'm saying is that if there is any adverse effect, we have a bird flu, we have this, we have that. What is your backup plan? You don't have insurance because you are just growing. So what is your backup plan?
I'm into broilers, and broilers will bring up the business.
Okay, broilers will bring up the business.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Next is sustainable agricultural solution. Not
So the
here.
next one, please.
Next one.
Assorted food restaurant. Assorted food. Please, let's put our hands together for assorted food restaurant.
Who has assorted food?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Semenyo. My company name is Assorted Food Restaurant. I started as a roadside food seller until God took me to where I am today. I sell food in NNPC Tower. So I noticed that some of my customers that I used to sell food for them when I had my restaurant, when I sold outside there, they always called me sometimes that they would like to come and eat in my restaurant. So where I'm working is not everybody cannot come in. So I want to expand my business to open it in a place that poor, rich, and average man can come in and eat. That is why I'm here, to need the financial assistance to open the business. I need 1.5 million to open the business, because when I started in NNPC, I used 300,000 to start the business, and I make profit every day, in every month, 60, 70,000. It depends on the sales. But now I have like 40% of the money. I still need more so that I can start to use it and buy gas, fridge, and other things. And the business, I want to make it to look classic in the way that it will attract many people to come in and eat. Thank you.
So you sell now, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you get 500,000, what will you do with it?
I'll use it
Because
as
I discovered that you need about 1.1 million plus.
I will use it and start buying the things that I need.
So how much do you make now?
You say?
Since people like your food, how much do you make now?
In a month, I make 60, 70,000 profit. When I make the profit, I use it and buy new things because when I started the business, I did not really have everything. So if I make the profit, I'll use it and buy more things that I need in the tower, because the demand is high every day. So I have to be ready. Like sometimes they will call me, I want you to prepare food for 30 people, or when they have conference, 10 people. So if I don't buy those things and keep, that opportunity will pass by. So I always buy things and keep ready for any day they will call me.
So in an average of a month now, how much do you make in a month?
In a month. That is why I say
Profit.
that the profit, I make 70,000.
70,000.
Yes, sir.
So if you get 300,000 today, how much do you think you can make from it?
If I get what?
300,000.
300,000. If I get 300,000 for now, I'll use it and start. I'll invest more on the business because there are a lot of varieties that many people like eating. Like I have some customers that are diabetes and ulcer patients. They will come to me that this is what the doctor said they should eat. I always prepare something special for them. And I'll buy those things. And some of them, if they eat it, they always bring their colleague to come to my place.
Which area are you? Where are you?
I stay here in Jabi. In the
Jabi?
church, yes.
So in this environment, how many eateries are here that you know?
How many what?
Eatery.
Eateries.
Where people can eat, roadside or original or inside side or. So how many customers do you have in the church today?
Some of our members used to patronize me.
How many? I know the person. How many?
I have like 4. I'll cook for them and they take it home.
It's okay. Now, from you want to rent a shop in the present location where you are operating or somewhere else?
No, somewhere else.
Will that not affect your customer base?
No, it will not affect. I'll still be there.
Because if, let's assume you are across here and people around eat with you, now you want to get a shop of 450,000 maybe at Utako, that means you're going to need to look for new customer, win new customer. How do you think you'll be able to survive, knowing fully well that in that area you are going, there are other eateries there?
I will employ people that work for me because already I have people that are ready to do that for me.
That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assorted food restaurant. After this, maybe I will come over there. Thank you very much. Destined Media Concept. Please, let's clap our hands together for him.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditoro Andrew, proposing a business plan for Destin Media Concepts. Destin Media Concepts is a media brand that specializes in large format printing, customized merchandise, and printing services. What do I mean by large format printing? This entails your banner, that's your flex banner, your sticker, your sticker, and other large format printing, just like this road show printing. And customized merchandise. What are the customized merchandise? That includes your mugs, your shirts, your souvenirs, and other printing services, which includes your enlargement pictures, which includes your posters, and which includes your jotters. Destin Media Concepts is a brand that offers professional photo enlargement services.
Tell us how much you need
Okay.
and what do you want? What can
Okay,
you do with it?
currently I don't have anything, but it's not I don't have anything. I have a laptop that I'm using for graphic design. So majorly what I do now is I affiliate with other companies to do my printing services, and which with that it has helped me in generating just about a profit.
Bros, how much do you need?
Okay, with 500,000 naira that is being projected, currently I'll get a DI machine worth of 250,000.
You're getting what?
A DI machine that prints.
A DI machine of 250?
Yes.
Is it refurbished, new or which
No,
one?
Kyocera. We have a Kyocera product that prints A4 and A3 machine.
And
250,000 naira.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
all this London use.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
sure, you can get. And also 150 to get other, like to get paper, to get my cutting, my spray binding machine and others, and the remaining to get somewhere to establish the business.
So how much will now, because you just talk about DI machine.
That I'm saying.
Where will you put it? What of your accommodation, where will you put it?
That I'm saying that I'm going to get a shop at least
How
of
much is the shop?
200,000 now. 200,000 now.
200,000?
Yes.
Where?
Just at, I can get it anywhere. I can get it at Jabi.
Anywhere, where?
Yes, that I'm saying. I can get it at Jabi. Yeah. You know, my business, my shop, being having a shop doesn't mean that customers can come. It's something that I can get my customer from social media and others also. Is about, because we also do delivery.
Now,
so you can just
now that you don't have machine,
yes,
you don't have anything, how much do you make? Because you don't need to have machine before you can print.
That's what I'm saying.
So how much do you make? How do you make?
I'm saying from everything that, for every
how much do you make now?
Now,
yes.
Currently, I have not started. I just collect one or two things. But before, when I was doing it, I was making close to 50,000 naira.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
You said estimated cut off that you need is about 8.4 million.
Yes, that is if I'm if I'm to get all the equipment needed.
And I asked you,
yes,
that can you see a DI machine of 250? 250,
300. By God's
here
grace,
there is nothing. Even a large printer is about 800,000.
Yes, sir. That's
heat press machine, which is not DI, is 250.
Yes.
Now, for you to get large format printer, it's about 7 million.
Yes, that's for printing this.
Bindery is about this. Even the DI machine you just mentioned is not here.
Yes. No, this press machine.
This is your proposal.
Exactly.
This is what you're supposed to be speaking to, not from the head.
I understand. No, I would not know the exact moment that's going to be projected. So that's why.
You are not ready.
No, sir. No, I'm not ready, sir.
I think you can partner with those who are already on grant, that they are doing well. Exactly. If you get a business and you cannot do it on your own,
yes,
you can contact those who can give the best that will enhance your own.
Exactly. That's what I do now.
Yeah,
sir.
that's what you should start doing. And from there, you have savings. You have savings, you have targets. How much am I aiming at? How much am I getting? How much am I putting aside from these profits I'm making? You understand?
Currently, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you should focus the attention on. If we should give you 500,000 now, how far will it take you?
Now, that's what I'm saying. Getting a 500,000 is for me to get a machine, just to print your A4 and even in case of Jota print, when you want to make Jota, when you want to make just ordinary DI printing, all this, I just want to print colored printing. You can get that one, just for a startup. Just for a startup.
Look, there's something called organic growth.
Yes, sir.
Start from one machine.
Yes, that makes sense.
You are very good at what you do, right?
Yes, I'm very
You understand it.
Yes, sir.
Save money, buy a heating machine. Keep it. Save money, buy something else. This proposal for me would have made I could have understood if you were trying to raise money to buy one machine. But you want everything at 8.4 million. We can't help you. But we take cognizance of your industry knowledge and the fact that you're enthusiastic, which is great, and the fact that you are working, but just save money over time.
Yes.
And then there are even other solutions, There are microfinance banks, which is also something I'm going to suggest to the other people that could help with financing, things like the person that had contract to cook, Microfinance banks could actually do that at low interest rate and help you with that. But they want to see that you are diligent to return the money, and then they will help you scale.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Please let's encourage them whenever they come. It takes a lot of courage to be out here. I know we are tired. We are almost done. Be calm. God bless you. Richard International Global Multilink Nigeria Limited. Richard International Global.
Next one,
please.
Better Rich farms. Better Rich Foods, I beg your pardon.
Which one you call?
Better Rich Foods.
Better rich.
Is there anything like that here?
There's nothing like that here.
There's nothing like that here. What of JD? Let's print. Let's do the one that is here first. Let's do the one that is here first. You can sit down, please. Okay, let's just call JD Print.
JD 3D Print. JD 3D Print. Please, let's clap for him.
Is he here?
Please be fast. Are you there? Please walk smartly. Please walk fast. Please. Divine Natural Juice. Get ready, please. Are you here? Divine Natural Juice. Okay, sir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joseph David Luatobi, and I'm here to present a business. It's an upcoming business, which involves 3D printing.
What do you want? How much do you need?
I need 3.2 million naira.
You need?
3.2 million naira, sir.
Okay, 3.2 million naira.
Yes, sir. I need to get a machine which prints 3D models.
So how much can you make if you get 3.2 million naira? How much?
Sir?
If you get 3.2 million naira, how much can you make?
Yeah, in a year, I should be able to get 2 million naira, sir. 2 million naira in a year, sir.
2 million naira in a year?
Yes, sir. I should be able
If you get 3 million naira,
sir,
you get 2 million naira in a year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the company is in existence?
Yes, it's in existence. But
You are working now?
Yeah, it's working, but I do models manually.
Okay, who are your customers for 3D printing?
Yeah, schools and government, like architect that designs for government. Because I'm an architect as well, sir.
You say aerospace, automotive, and railway printer.
Yes, those are the equipment we produce, like our services.
So the machine, where is the machine?
I don't have the machine.
So who have it?
Sir?
Where do you get it from now?
Yeah, I can order for it.
No, the one you are doing now.
The one I'm doing, I do it manually, not with machine.
Oh,
I
you
make
do
models
manual.
with my hand.
How much you make?
According to my past, in a year I was able to make 200,000-300,000 naira. That is because
So how much does the machine, 3D machine cost?
It costs 450,000 naira, sir.
From where?
Online, like from UK, but we have it now in Nigeria. They sell it now in Nigeria.
When last did you price that?
That was January, sir.
January.
Yes,
And
sir.
do you know what is the exchange rate in January and exchange rate now? Do you know the difference?
Probably 500.
When did you submit this proposal?
Sir?
When did you submit this proposal?
Yesterday, sir.
Yesterday, and you are using January estimate. Thank you.
Actually, I have the proposal before. Thank you.
Clap for him, please.
Divine Natural Juice. Please, let's clap for him.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, our honorable panel. My name is Samuel Lugundeji, and the business name is Divine Natural Juice. We are into the production of 4 different type of combination of fruit juices, organically produced. The first is pineapple and ginger. The second is watermelon. It's a mixture of watermelon, cabbage, and beetroot. The third is tiger nut. That is a mixture of the popularly known tiger nut, coconut, and dates. And then the last is carrot juice. So my major aim for applying for this grant is embedded in the detailed objectives. That's increase of production capacity. That is what I need is there is the market because we have tested this, and then there's an existing market. We currently have a customer base of over 200 people, including families, including individuals, including church organizations, people that have friends, referrals, and all like that. It's a tested market.
How much do you make now? And how much do you need?
Okay, for last year, between January 9 and December 2022, the cost of production in total was 866,218 naira. Then the profit made was 433,140. That is last year a total of 1,299,420.
That's your profit for last year.
Okay, my profit for that year was 453,140.
453,000. So did you return it back to the business, or do you consume it?
No, it's not consumed. Most is returned
So back.
back.
How much do you have now as a capital for
Now,
the business?
as a capital.
What's your capital now?
As a capital, currently we have 200,000.
200,000 out of 400,000 you make. How come? What happened?
Not all is invested in the business.
Do you know what we call retain earning?
A dead end.
Retain
Yes.
earning.
Yes, sir.
That when you make a profit, out of the profit you retain it in the business, and that's how the business grows.
Yes, sir.
So there's nothing like retain earning. Everything, shop. So if you get 500,000 now, what will you use it for?
Okay, if I get 500,000 naira now, currently, we already have capital for raw materials. That is the fruit juice, the one we buy
What
from
will
the
you
market.
use it for?
I'll use it for two major things: to invest for production capacity, that is the machines necessarily needed, the important machines, and
How much
for
is the
marketing.
machine?
There are several machines as listed.
You said important machine. That you just said important. How much is the important machine?
The important machines, as I listed, was 543,000. 543,000.
It's even more than the grant.
Yes, as listed in the proposal, sir. As listed in the proposal.
Yes, I know. It's more than the grant.
Yes,
so if we even to give you the 500,000, it doesn't even buy one machine.
No, we are going to buy two machines. The first is 40,000 naira. That is the one that we used. Is a Panasonic grinder and blender. That is about 40,000 naira. The next is a 60,000 naira product. And then also money will be invested in marketing.
Thank you. I don't know if
What have you ever done this for people, and what has been their response, and what is your what's your scope about the business?
The scope about the
The
business.
scope, how big you want it
to be.
Yes. What's
Okay.
your scope? How many people have patronized you? How far have you gone with it?
Okay.
Yeah.
As I earlier said, there is a permanent customer base of over 200,000 people. So the aim for this business is we want to be one of the first or one of the major, because the top, health products in the health products industry, most of the top are mostly the ones that produce carbonated drinks and all. And it takes a toll on the health of most people. Now in Nigeria, in Africa generally, it takes a toll. So we want to be one of the first industries, first fruit juice, organically produced fruit juice company that produces organic, just purely, no additives, no sugars, no preservatives at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. That one, this is last person. There's still another person. No, the Quintoria will no longer be participating.
Okay, Quintoria, please.
No, she's not participating. Why? He gave a reason, because she's a wife of one of the executives.
Quintoria, please. Come and present your business plan to us, please. Can we put our hands together for her, please?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Olayinka Lunge, CEO of the brand Quintoria. I'm here to pitch a fashion education business. Quintoria Fashion Academy is actually a subsidiary of the brand Quintoria Fashion Empire. And this proposal is tailored towards expanding the academy. 70% of fashion designers in Nigeria actually launch their businesses without proper training and adequate skills. As a result, there are lots of what I ordered versus what I got. And there are gaps in the African fashion education because most people, go through the informal route and they do not have the required skills to actually produce well-tailored garments. Quinteria Fashion Academy seeks to bridge the gap through our quality fashion training services. We plan to continue to produce more skillful young people in the coming years with a target of at least 500 people by the end of this year through both our physical classes and online channels.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Your proposal says you need 5.5 million.
Yes, sir.
And we don't have. So if we give you 500,000 or 350,000, what will you use it for?
With the 500,000, I would, instead of looking into expanding in town, because I was thinking about moving into town, I'll get an extra space so that I can separate the academy from, because I run a bespoke fashion designing. That's what I have been doing before before I decide to go into the fashion training business. So I am going to take another space close to where I am and use that for the academy while the other space continues what it has.
So this money is for the academy. So how much do you expect to
With
realize?
300,000, I currently pay 300,000 for my rent. With 300,000, I'll be able to take an extra space and add. If you're giving me 500,000, I'll be able, after paying the rent, I'll be able to take 2 extra sewing machines in addition to what I already have, and continue to grow from there as people come in and pay.
So how much does an apprentice will pay you to study, and how many months?
It depends on the level the apprentice intends to go for. I have basic level, which is the foundational level. I have intermediate and I have advanced. For the basic level, I take 70,000. For the intermediate, I take 80,000, and for the advanced, I take 100,000. Each course takes 3 months with an extra month of project. Altogether, it's going to be 1 year if the person chooses to take the entire courses. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Better Rich Foods, you're next. Please, let's clap for him.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Vigbe, a graduate of food technology from University of Ibadan. So I produce Tom Brown, a breakfast cereal that is aimed at curbing the issue of malnutrition in Nasarawa State, because we found out that many parents or many families are unable to, feed their children with nourishing foods due to the economic situation. And industrialized foods are very, very expensive. So we decided to come up with a cheaper alternative that will give them almost the same results as the processed, industrialized foods. So now this is Better Rich Foods. We started about 2 months ago, and we supply. Currently, we have an an hospital we supply in Nasarawa State. So what we do is, since we know that they are our market, the pregnant women, the parents having children, even their patients, the sick patients that want to recover faster. So we go there, sell to them, and since we started, they've been patronizing us. So why we need this 500,000 is because the process of having this product is because there are 3 processes involved. We have the roasting, drying, and milling. For the drying, we have to depend on sunlight because we don't have oven to dry. So after washing the grains, we dry the grains outside, hoping that there will be sunlight. And whenever there is no sunlight, it's an issue. So that's why we are here to get an oven, a roasting machine, and a grinder to enhance our production and also to increase the production, because our target is actually about 10 hospitals in Nasarawa State. But because of the limited, we don't really have the capacity for now. That's why we are limited to 1. So if we are empowered with this 500,000 naira, as listed in our proposal, the 3 machines will be obtained, and it will help us, have better production and even standardize our products. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is the approach is good. You have a question for her?
How much does it need?
So how much do you need?
500,000 naira.
500,000 naira.
Yes, sir.
Is it because you had everybody talking?
No, sir. If you check my proposal, I think I wrote about 400 to 450,000, even without knowing the grand price. So I wrote the price of the machines there already. About 400 to 450.
So now you are doing this now. You say you have one hospital ready.
Yes, we have one hospital where we sell to.
So
And
like
different sizes.
how much do you make now?
Currently, we started 2 months ago, and as at now, we have profit of 80,000 naira.
You have a
Profit of about 80,000 naira.
Are you a service there? Are you a service?
I'm done with my service.
You've done with your service?
Yes, sir.
So are you living there or you are going to stay there?
Sir?
Are you leaving that place or you are going to stay in that place?
If I'm established here, I don't see any reason of leaving.
So you make profit of, so if you get 500,000, that would be
Yes, the
too
profit
small.
margin is around 35 to 40,000, because currently if I spend about 30,000 naira in producing this, because I have them in different sizes, the 4 liters.
How much is this now?
This one goes for 1,800 naira.
So
And
how much will it cost you to make it?
to make only this?
This.
I don't know for it, but I do them in large. So if I
Yes,
spend 30,000 naira in making the production.
On average, because this rubber will cost something.
Yes, the rubber costs 500 naira.
So the
container
content,
itself.
you now say content is 500 naira, is that what you are telling me?
Sir?
That the content is 500 naira too?
The product is 1,800.
Okay, 1,800. So
Yes.
the rubber 500, so about
1,300.
3. Okay, so what's your profit on this?
It's about 35 to 40%.
I don't know percentage now. Tell me how much.
Okay, that's about. Well, it's 35 to 40%.
That's what you should know. Okay, so it's good. Another thing is that if you have a plan of expanding, do you have a plan of standardization? I know you say you are
food technology.
Food technologies. Yes. You know about standardization.
Yes, sir.
And you know the organization that does that.
Yes, sir.
And luckily, why I'm happy is that because if you look at the agenda of the president, food security is one of the areas he's looking at. So what it means is that you are key into the agenda of the current administration. But notwithstanding, as a graduate, you have to key in very well so that your product will be acceptable anywhere. So do you have plan for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Are you taking the product back? Forget that product to go and sit down. Please clap for him, please. While we collate the results, we are going to call on 2 individuals to speak to us briefly. We are going to call on Mr. Sam Adenuga. Please let's run a round of applause for him.
Hello. Yeah, thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for everyone that presented. Before the next presenter, I need to let you know that unfortunately, I don't know many people, and I know many people. And the panelists also did the same thing. Somebody will win. Somebody will take the second. Somebody will take the third. One thing you should know is that we didn't even look at our score. Everybody scored independently. And the average will make whoever will be the best. Why I'm saying this is that don't look at it that, oh, maybe because I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Take into consideration all that has been said here. It's for the betterment. If you don't win now, you can win next time. I remember last year when we were doing it, There was an argument between the panelists that no, this person is supposed to be. We said no. For one reason or the other, this person is supposed to be the winner. And I think we were proved right. The same person went to Lagos and still became the overall winner. Now, we ask you questions not because we want to destabilize you, not because we want to give you bad scores. If I ask you more questions, I will give you more answer, more scores if you answer me very well. So that is the way it is. So I just want you to take it that this is not a, how do I put it? It's not a competition that you must, everybody is a winner already. For the fact that you are able to stand here, to present your idea, to even have this idea, is already a winning score for you. So I want to congratulate every one of you, and I want to encourage more people. Go and do research on how to do presentation. And that's why somebody will say you apply for a grant. No bank will give you those money, in quote, if they don't know how much you want to make, your projection, your return on investment, what you can use it for, and all those kind of things. So please, whoever be the first, whoever be the second, whoever be the third, this is not a competition. It's just for the way you presented. You may have a very good idea, but you don't present it very well. That will have an impact on whatever scores you have. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, without wasting much time, I want to use this privilege to say a very big thank you to YDD for this privilege to talk to us. And it's my sincere prayer that God will help us so that we get one or two things. We've been learning since morning. I've been learning also. So, but we stop learning when we leave here. So without wasting our time, I want to talk on how we can develop an exceptional CV. How we can develop an exceptional CV. So, first of all, we need to know what is a CV. Yeah, CV, the full meaning, curriculum vitae, is a short written summary of a person's career, qualification, and education. It is an itemized list. It is an itemized list of notable accomplishments, projects, honors, professional experiences that you've acquired over time. Then we need to understand that your CV is a representation of you, is your marketing representative. So there is need to make sure that you are well represented, because that is the first opportunity you have to interact, to interface with a recruiter or a hiring manager. So CV is an opportunity to show the hiring manager why you are the ideal candidate for the job or for the advertised vacant position. So it gives the hiring manager the first impression about you. And we know what they say about impression. So after this, at the end of this presentation, we'll be able to recognize the importance of writing a good CV, to understand the composition of a good CV, and recognize the importance of proofreading for spelling, punctuation, grammar, and meaning, and also identify your own skills and personal qualities. Then draft your own. Of course, there are softwares, there are apps, there are sites that you can sign up for them to assist you. You pay a token to write a CV for you. But why paying when you know how to do it? If you know how to catch a fish, why not, do it yourself? So I will try to move very fast because of time. And of course, at the end, if there's any question, we can also ask. So it is good for us to know, or important for us to know, that a good CV, this is characteristics of a good CV or an exceptional CV. We stand out from the crowd, draw attention to your relevant skills, experience, achievement, and potential. it creates such an impression on the employer that they will not be able to turn you down for an interview. Your CV, we had in the morning when Barrister Bayo was saying if you submit a CV for 5, 6 companies or job position, job openings, and you are not even called for an interview, then something must be wrong somewhere. Is either you are your CV is bad or is not good enough, or you are not selling, because it's about you are selling yourself, marketing yourself. So everyone has a potential. Everyone has more skill than they think they do, and everyone can write a good CV. So now we talk about the composition. Length, structure, and content. The length of your CV, like we had in the morning, if you are submitting a CV and that CV is more than 2 pages, maybe 3, 4, and you attach your credentials and it's heavy, it's what I'm opportune to do, like even Brandon mentioned it in the morning, it will end up, you have 6 seconds or less than 6 seconds to make a good impression. When I pick up a CV, I look at it, in less than 6 seconds, I should be able to be convinced to open the next page. But when it's even bulky, you just look, you drop. It takes the grace of God. If your CV is too bulky, for the recruiter or hiring manager to even look at it and, when you are not the only one, it is important to note that a lot of people or candidates are also submitting, have applied for this position. So nobody is willing to sit down and read 1, 2, 3, 4 pages and pick another one. So if it is too bulky, it's a no-no. So it shouldn't be more than 650 or max 70 words. Then you should know that, okay, I've mentioned that. Now, I'm going to the structure. I've talked about the length. The structure of your CV, you need your contact details, personal profile, then skills section, work experience, qualification, and if there is still space, voluntary work and interest and hobbies. If you still have space, then you include that. Now, let me quickly ask, how many of us here have LinkedIn profile? LinkedIn profile. Anyone? Well, I've been opportuned to be contacted even without applying. But how many of us have Facebook? Facebook account? Instagram? Please, let's be honest. How many of us have Facebook account? Almost everybody. So we can see where our interest is. What are we really actually selling? I'm not saying it's bad to have Facebook and other accounts, but your LinkedIn is a social media platform that is a professional platform to showcase what you are doing as a professional. If you are a professional in what you are doing, why not? So it is important that we have LinkedIn profile. So your contact details, you should have your name, boldly written, conspicuous, phone number, email address, and your LinkedIn profile. This is very important as this is what the recruiter will use to contact you. No one is using postal address anymore, so you don't need to include your postal address. Then your personal profile. Okay. The personal profile is where you make, where your application, where you sell yourself. It's like a branding profile, and where you can make or mar your chance of being invited for an interview. It's a summary about yourself. This is where your CV can be made or broken. it's that first few lines that should catch the attention of the recruiter or the hiring manager. So your job profile should tell the recruiter if you are really applying for the available job vacancy. I'm going to say one or two things about that. It should tell the recruiter that you have the competence, the capacity, the skill the recruiter is looking for. It should pique the curiosity of the recruiter. Now, it's a common, I remember when I finished school, we do a CV, we make about, let's say, 15 to 20 copies. I remember back then, I worked from Oshodi to Antonio, as if you are going to, there's this industrial estate industrial hub between Oshodi and Anthony. You just distribute the same CV, you are just distributing. I received no response, no call. But now I know better. I want to advise that we should desist or try not to, or to stop this practice of having a standard CV that is like a generic CV that you share to everybody. Just one CV. We need to know that there is, even NGO companies, they are not looking for liability. They are looking for, there is a vacancy, there is a vacant role, there is a need that they have identified within the organization, and this is what they want to fill. So, if you don't have the skill, the required competence and capacity to fill that vacancy, you are not talking to them. So that is what they are looking for. Your profile, this is what it should summarize. It's not something that should be very big or very long. 2-3 paragraphs, should talk about this need, requirement for that job role. So, what I'm trying to say is, maybe you did, you have a BSc in accounting, or let me say, yes, let me use accounting. And maybe there is need for account officer or teller. You should tailor your profile to whatever job role. That is not going to change your qualification in terms of your degree, but your profile should speak to that. That is what will pique the interest of the recruiter. So that is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know, maybe we can see, because this is very vital and important, and it is where you need to tweak it to the need. If someone is thirsty and you give the person water, the person will drink water. But if somebody is thirsty, you are saying take food, take rice, and the person is filled up, that is not the need. You understand? So this is an example of a job opening. The highlighted lines or phrases or sentences, you need to also look at the job role. What do this need? What do this role entails? What is the need here? What can I bring that is, I can suit my profile or rebrand myself to suit this role? So a good profile always starts with the same starting point of the vacant role. This is an example. I don't know, maybe we can see it very well, or it's too tiny. It's tiny, but let me read it for those of us that can't see it. The summary: the online customer service representative will be responsible. These are the responsibility of this job role. Will be responsible for responding to customer inquiries regarding our online bookings tool. This will be a key position in the company as we build our e-commerce presence from the ground up and provide the same best-in-class service and execution that we do in all our venues throughout the country. I highlighted responsible for responding to customer inquiries. That is what you need to do, what they are employing you for. And the other one is talking about where they want you to start it from the ground up. These are the requirements of this job. So you look inwards. Can I do this? Have I done this before? It's not always about what are they going to pay me, but what are you bringing? What can you do? What value are you bringing that can suit this role? So essential duties and responsibilities. Communicate with online booking customers and potential customers via email and phone. Then 2, helps customers navigate our website and book events online. Resolve product service problems. Then experience and educational qualifications. Minimum of 1 year customer service experience. So if you have less than 1 year in the same job role, you need to look down deep into yourself. In maybe somewhere else, if you have done something similar, you have to tailor it to this need. So let's see how you can. The next slide is going to show. You will see it's just how many lines? Maybe 4 or 5 lines that speaks to this. It's like question and answer. If I say 2 plus 2 and you say 3, you have not answered. So that the recruiter will just look at it and flip it one side. And this is, remember I said, after your contact details, this is the next thing. And if you maybe bring up a CV, this is what you see. Your name boldly written. The next thing is the job profile, your brand. Looking at it. And if it's not speaking to what the person needs, if you just flip it one side, and that is your chance going away. So this is the profile for this job that someone has done. Self-motivated and cheerful customer service professional. This person is selling himself or herself with 2+ years of experience. You understand? Helping customers navigate websites and resolving product and service issues. Eager to support Ishetiya Nigeria PLC in building an impeccable, online, reputable. Now, this company is the company that is recruiting. So he's already, or she's already speaking or talking about the value. He has been able to identify their need and say, this is what I'm going to do to your need to help you, assist you with this. So, and he's saying he's eager to support the Ishetiya Nigeria PLC in building an impeccable online reputation by providing top-class customer support. Received 98.9 positive ratings at GHI Incorporations. That is where the person is or has worked before. You understand? You see now, he's been able to tell us years of experience, what he's bringing in, and also his competence, and he has capacity to do the job. Where customer retention, that is where he has worked before. Where customer retention for my regular calls in was 25% above the company average. If you are the one recruiting, won't you give it a second look? I say, okay, let me see. You've been able to capture the mind, the curiosity of the recruiter. So that is how we do, or we should do our job, our profile, personal profile, after the contact. So we move on. After you've done this, then the next section is your skill section. You have hard and soft skills. Details of your skills should be stated there. Hard skills are technical knowledge, maybe project management, programming skills, and marketing, social marketing skills that you have. Soft skills are negotiating skills, critical thinking, your work ethics, and creative thinking and communication skill. For instance, this job that we just talked about, if you are finding it difficult to articulate what you can do, and you say you have communication skills, you know that you are contradicting yourself. So everything should sync and align to the job you are applying for. I hope I'm not moving too fast. Okay. So the next section should be your work experience. From latest, that is what you are doing, the most recent experience, you state it first, and the other ones will follow. The duration and positions that you held, and instant, this is what we do or we are used to. you state responsibilities of what you have done, where you have worked before. But things are changing. You know, we are not interested in what you have done, but what you can do, or you quantify what you have done. Add numbers to it. We have seen proposals here, and if you follow it meticulously, you see that it's about numbers. And we have to be as practical as we can. You have to be real. It's not like your 2 plus 2 will be looking like 5. And so your achievement should be mentioned here as well. Do not forget that you are selling yourself. So this achievement could be in terms of cost saving. Like the person mentioned, this is my retention rate. You can state in there in your work experience, I was able to, or you are handling 100 persons, you are managing so persons, and for the year you've been able to save the company 10% of this. You'll be adding numbers to show that yes, this is what you have done. Not cliche, vague, statement that I'm thinking skill and it ends there. You have been able to use your thinking skill or negotiating skill. Probably you work in an organization that deals with the union. So, and if you have been part of negotiation, what has that translated into in the past? Maybe it has been able to save the company so amount of money. You have to quantify it. Recruiters are interested in the numbers because, as they say, numbers don't lie. So it is either cost saving, process improvement, or revenue generation, or project completion. Then the next section will now be your qualification. Of course, just like your work experience, it has to be with the latest. You don't need, if you have a PhD, you don't need to say, by primary school, you state it, secondary school, Before you can have a PhD, you must have primary, secondary, and university. So the most recent, you put it there. So it is not, okay, I've mentioned that. So voluntary works and interest, that should be the next session. And this is where some of us, we are not doing so well. Because, like, a fresh graduate will say, I don't have work experience. So in some cases, thank you. Okay. In some cases, you have little to write about work experience. So in this section, I put some things there. AVS, why did it, like what I do presently, I've been doing it since intermediate. We have a goodly heritage. You have department, I've done team in my home branch in Lagos. Night guard is also responsibility. Part of the choir, AVS team, AVS in school, AVS that the real Association of Visiting Secretaries, not the campus AVS. It gives you, when you are leading, these are roles and responsibilities that is voluntary, but it's an experience. What have you been able to, process completion, project completion, or maybe a construction work in the church, and you are part of it. So you don't just sit down in the church doing nothing because you are not working. You have to be part of something. You can't sit down doing nothing. Because all this will count for you. We had Brandon when he said he came to church and said, you have been going to do, put it. It is real. It is what you have experienced. You understand? So if you are fresh, don't say, I don't have experience. So what have you been doing? When you were in school, did you join AVS, campus AVS? What have you been doing there? Or you are just going as member and going and coming out? So here we can put it, if you still have space. Like I mentioned, be mindful, maximum 2 pages. You put it in there. Then let me quickly say that cover notes or cover letter is like if there is a job opening that you are applying for. Some of us, sometimes, we may not know the difference between your cover letter, how your cover letter should be, and your CV. Cover letters is like a summary, not a repetition of your CV. just like an advanced version of your personal profile. You should speak now directly to the job opening. The normal letter, your address, you address it to the hiring manager of that company or to the recruiter directly. Then your salutation, then you have the title. The title must be in alignment with that job or vacant role. Maybe there's a role for audit head, so company. Use application for audit. You have to state it there, because most companies nowadays they use ATS, that's the automatic tracking system. So you can imagine you did not address. Some even use code. Some job vacancy there are codes. So you have to do like a rejoinder to that exact job code, job title, and the code. Because the ATS is not human being. These are the keywords that they are looking for. The machine is a computer. If maybe your own is just your name, it will not be selected. It will just, computer is computer, it's not human being. So you have to, the title has to be in alignment with the vacant job role. Then your body will be a summary of your skill, of your experience, and the values you are bringing to the company. I am applying for so, this and this and this, like I have mentioned in the job profile. So these are some helpful tips for writing CV. When you are done with this, your CV, don't say, I've done a good job. It is noteworthy to go back, go through it, to proofread. Maybe there are spelling error, punctuation. You go through it again and again. Then it is important that you have in your inbox or a folder your CV, and you'll be updating it over and over. You can never be too ready. Like we had in the morning, Gideon Hammy, you have to be ready at all times. Vacant roles, there will always be opportunities, and when the opportunity comes, you must be ready. If you have an opportunity and your CV is, you will be tempted to just send it out like that. And that might not be the best. You might not have put it together very well. So there are some do's and don'ts. Use a standard font size in black ink, preferably. Include recent and relevant work experience, paid or voluntary. Be consistent in your layout. List your skills, achievements, and back up with evidence. There is this abbreviation, KISS, KISS. Keep it short and simple, straight to the point. Then include a statement about your career aspirations and what you have to offer the employer. Be honest but positive. Negatives can always be turned into positives. Proofread for spelling, punctuation, I've mentioned that. Then get someone to check it for you. I do send my CV to somebody, to my friends or senior colleagues. Just look at it. There will always be something that you don't see. It's always good to always have a second opinion. It can only, the Bible even said, in the multitude of counsel there is what? Wisdom. Thank you, sir. So you can never, it's not too much to ask questions. You can only know more. So some don'ts. Don't do it in a rush. Don't leave gap. Maybe your work experience, you work from 2010 to 2012. Then the next one you are stating, you are saying 2020. So what happened between the lines? You can insert voluntary work there. So don't leave gaps. These are what will, be, it's a disadvantage anyway. The recruiter, if you are lucky, you are invited for an interview, trust me, they will still go back to what are you doing during this period? What have you been doing? So don't include irrelevant personal details such as marital status, age. People don't do all that anymore. Simply write a list of duties under work experience. Remember, you are selling yourself. Don't use flashy or large font. There is no single way. Yes, I must say this. There is no single way to write a CV. Choose a format stick to it. Not that you are doing horizontal and you know, stick to the format. The same font type, the same font size, but for each section, you can make it bold and underline it to distinct, to show the difference between each section. So, thank you very much. I hope I've not bored you. I don't know.
Thank you. Let's clap our hands for him once more. Do you have any question?
Thank you very much, sir. My question goes to the cover letter. We see that most of the time, this cover letter has been sent through mail. Now, my question is this. As in, most of this cover letter has been sent through mail, and most of the time I'm usually confused whether, and now I want to ask, is it better to send the cover letter as a PDF format? And please, if you can just give us a run through of how this cover letter can be typed, most especially because when I go online, I see most people writing their own address. They are writing it as if it's an application letter. So I want to know, is it that the cover letter, is it the same as, that was almost like 2 questions now. Number one, is it best way to send it as a PDF? And if it is as PDF, how do we tend to type it? Is it just like we write our application letter or this thing? And secondly, that's the second question now, is if we are to send it through an email, now how do we send it through as in, well, we want to copy the text directly on the compose board of email? Is it that the subject, the title, or are we also going to write it just like an application letter also? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Your cover letter, like it is called, it's a letter. So, the composition, your address, you ask who to address it to. This is where it's important that we do our due diligence. Many a times, because of workload, there are some letters that will be addressed to, or they're supposed to be addressed to me or to my department. But if it's not properly addressed, right from the reception, nobody will acknowledge it. Or it may be the directorate, maybe it's supposed to go to our director, and you are saying, human resource, you are calling it what is not. Nobody will attend to it. So, for instance, if you are applying to MTN, you can go online, check. Do they have human resource manager? Do they have recruiting? You have to find out, because you have to address it. But when you don't know who, address it to the MD of that company. Once it is received, and you can go extra mile to find out what is the name of the MD. Dr. So or Mr. So mention the company. Because that person is there, it will be received and minuted on. You have your acknowledgement copies, and it will be forwarded to the right person to treat it. That's about how to address it. Then the title, like I mentioned, it has to be tailored to the job role. Because, you know, like you mentioned, most cover letters are sent by email. So it's 2 things. If it is monitored by a human being, for instance, by, let's say, Monday now, my mailbox, maybe I have about 15 mails. And that is official mail. Then the recruitment email, maybe about 30. And maybe we are recruiting presently. If your title, the subject of your mail, is not tailored towards the position you are hiring for, there is a high chance that I will just omit it or delete it. And when it is being monitored or being tracked by an ATS, automatic tracking system, it is what is being programmed. Look for so words. collate these CVs in a folder for us to look at. The computer will already, work on it, sieve it, and select some for us to now look at. You understand? So it is important, don't just, because you study business administration or public administration, say, you just mention your name, public. What is the role, the vacant role in that company? So in most cases, a cover letter is addressed to the hiring manager or the recruiting manager, and the subject must be that role. Some vacant positions have code. You have to quote that code. So I think that's about that. What else? I've answered all of it.
Let's put our hands together one more time. That was Mr. Sam Adinuga. And thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful session. We're going to call on Mr. Shokeye Oluwafemi. Mr. Shokeye Oluwafemi is a graduate of economics, and he holds an MBA degree in human resources. He's a chartered associate of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. So Shokeye Oluwafemi is a seasoned professional par excellence and a postgraduate educator. He's a program coordinator of Eniolefe Resources for over 15 years. He has been a consulting partner with National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria and Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, for 16 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. Shokeye Oluwafemi.
God bless you. God bless you. I'm just going to make this a wrap up so that we don't take so much of our time. Unfazed, so much has been said about that. One thing you should all know is that there will always be a chaotic environment in the workplace, in the business place. And why is that? Because times are changing, people's taste, demand, and desires are always changing. And in what we're given as our PD, we discovered that there are 4 subheadings there that are expected to be the tools that we will use to navigate through this chaotic professional world. And grit was mentioned, which is firmness of mind and spirit, unyielding courage. But let's look at excellence. What is your USP? A little was mentioned earlier on when Barrister was talking. Your unique personal selling proposition. It is expected either in the business spheres or in the work environment that you should be value driven. You should be value driven. When you come into an organization or you are dealing in business, what is expected of you is that you are expected to add something that is called value to that environment because you are unique. We all know that our fingerprint is unique to each and every individual here. So the world is mixing your personal uniqueness. So when you come into a place, it is expected that you will add your uniqueness and also exposure and visibility. From also what we have listened to in the course of this program, we know that nobody can make it out there alone. Sometimes you need a shoulder to lean on. Sometimes you need a hand to hold you along. So for exposure, I remember there was a certain lady that baked cake for the former president's wife. That's the president of United States, and she's a Nigerian. And on her page, as has been earlier said, She said she baked cake for Michelle Obama. And either Michelle Obama ate the cake is another thing. Either it was delivered to her is another thing. But there was an occasion, and she was asked to bake the best cake a Nigerian could make. And she did her best, and the cake. So, like it was also earlier mentioned, that gave her what? Visibility and exposed. And before you know, one or two people start talking about our product, and the rest, they say, is history. Majority of us seated here, we want to work to earn. And it is often said that you rather work to learn than work to earn. If you work to learn, you have more advantage, because if you are employing somebody, they just want to know, how much are you paying me? They want to know what is going to be my take home at the end of the day. But how many of you have rather sat down and think, what am I going to contribute to this organization? When I leave this place, they should miss me. And that is actually missing, because when most of you walk out a door, you are never remembered. So make it a point that when you find yourself doing business with someone, when you find yourself, working in an organization, make it a duty, a goal, an ambition to be missed when you leave that place. And integrity is one thing that is uncommon. Brother here said that, and also I think the first speaker said, there are things that should not be mentioned among us. There are some people you will give them business, and rather than for you to get the product, what do you get? You get sorry. You are not paid. You are not paid to say sorry. In fact, I should rather do a business with you because your product is good. I don't want to do business with you because you are my church member. I won't buy from you because you come from Apostolic faith. No. I will buy from you if the product you are selling will meet my needs. The young lady that said she had been able to service about 250 customers, people will keep coming to you. If what you promise, I think the common language now is what I order versus what I get. What an aberration. And you give a job to people from the church. That is even the most disappointing. Most disappointing. You give people job in the church, and it is where you have the most headache. Why? People don't have integrity anymore, and these are what you build over time. If my sister is selling car and I pay her for a car, I should go home with that car and be happy. And that is one thing that is not common. People get, home with their product, and there is what we call buyer's remorse. In your brain, it's like something is not adding up. You are not satisfied. You are not enjoying. You have not even started using it. But there's something that seems to be missing. So either as an employee in an organization or as a business person, you should indeed want to create this unique selling point that will make people want to look for you, people want to refer you. She was asked earlier, okay, a afang soup or something like that, how much will cook it? And she made everything will be inside. So by the time I give her 28,000, I should find everything inside. Is that not? I should find everything inside. If everything is not inside, then something is wrong. Because this is what will make people keep coming back to you. If you are selling a product and there is no follow-up purchase, you know something is wrong with your product or something is wrong with your service. If your product is good, I should buy for myself, enjoy the product, come back again, or tell someone that lady have a good product. And also, you want to talk about, a mention was made also of innovation and creativity. It is often said, Bible said it, is there anything new on earth? Is there anything new on earth? Definitely no. But you can do the same thing in different ways. Do the same old things in new way. Add your personal uniqueness. Let yourself be reflected in that thing that is identified with you. So, there will always be chaotic environment, workplace, and business place, but you should also know that people are looking for something different. People are looking for something new. In fact, technology have exposed us that we are insatiable human beings. When I see she's using a new product, I want to have a taste of it. And I want to be satisfied by that product. And I want, people around me to also enjoy it. So, to be unfazed in this chaotic professional world, you must, like it's been said, you must have excellence. You must have excellence as your number one characteristics of your product. Exposure and visibility is also needed. And also integrity and innovation. And to cap it up, you are the product. What did I say? You are the product. We were told earlier on, just mere looking at your CV, somebody can get upset and they will say it is evil spirit. Is it evil spirit? There was one proposal we looked at there, and the name was, you have something integrated, international, global. I don't want to, once I saw the name, I was upset already. I just dropped it. That's how it is. You need favor, yes, you need favor of God, but Bible says, having done all to stand. Having done all that is expected of you. And so, as we go forward from here, we are definitely, by God's grace, we're going to be unfazed by whatever the challenges that is coming our way in Jesus' name. And we also know that we are the product. Package yourself well. Present yourself well. I am currently, in charge of one of our projects. And I've always been an advocate. Sir, we must give our church member. No, we cannot give job to an outsider. We must give our church member. No, let them have something to do. Oh, this is their profession. Believe me, there are some of us, plus on top of the how many Holy Ghosts we are having, we do not have credibility. If there is a job out there, can somebody beat their chair that, let me recommend this brother, let me recommend this sister? If there is a program somewhere, can I say, oh, sister, please go and cater for them. I know your product is good, and I know you will not disappoint me. Know that you are that product that you are selling. If I can't buy you, I can't buy whatever you are selling. So I must see you. You must be likable. You must be a person of integrity. You must be somebody that can be vouched for. And we believe God that as we move forward from here, especially those who are going to get the grant money and those who God himself will make provision for them, you will go forward and succeed in Jesus' name. Also know this as a take home. Seest thou that man, that woman that is diligent? That word diligent is pregnant with a lot of things. Am I correct? Diligent, faithful, diligent, show up, diligent, timeliness. When you give your word, can it be banked on? There are some of us, when you are given a job, maybe after you have given your quotation, and that's one of the things that gave me my first break. I was given a job to do. I have, asked for how much. And when I discovered the money couldn't do the job, I borrowed money, I finished the job. They were impressed. And at the end of the day, we didn't expect that this money could do the job. I said, yes, it couldn't do the job, but my name is on the line. And my name is one that when you mention, I'm known. So I will not embarrass that name. That is my own number one why. To build a name that when you hear of it, it connotes respect. So whatever product that comes with that name, people will buy it. I don't know if I'm speaking to someone. The why, because it's very important, we don't have the time. The why of you doing business, of you venturing, for me, number one, to create a brand that will be respectable. A brand that whenever you hear about that brand, somebody will know, no, I can vouch for it. Let me give just one example before I leave. I was to meet a client, and I got to their office, and I was not expecting to be paid. I thought I was just going to talk to them, and they gave me a check in my personal name. And I said, no, issue the check in my corporate name. And a woman stood up and said, the person that referred us to you, he said, I can trust you. Whatever you say, I should do. I said, if you put the money in the bank, you can trace it. He said, you I see, you I trust. So that's for me. I want to get up. When you hear my name, when you hear about my brand, you should be able to trust it. So when somebody is attached to me, it has to be somebody whose brand also can be trusted. So when you build such as a brand for your product, definitely when people, this is sister's product, no. I know that she's trustworthy. When she says it is 10 kg, it is 10 kg. We pray that the great God of heaven will help us in Jesus' name.
God bless you. God bless you. I hope you have gained a lot today. If you have gained a lot, can you shout amen? And we want to also appreciate all our panelists and our facilitators. They have done a good job. And our prayer is that God will continue to enlarge them. God will continue to increase them. And by the grace of God, we all make rapture together in Jesus' name. So once we all stand up and say thank you to them, let's all rise up and say thank you to them. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. God bless you, ma. So now we are going into the moment of decision. And I know this is the time everybody is waiting for. But before we go there, I want to make a slight change in what has been said before. Before we said the third position will be getting about 150,000 naira. The second will be getting 350,000 naira. And the first will be getting 500,000 naira. God has added to it. So now, we now added 3 more positions. So the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth will now be getting 150,000 naira. The third will now be getting 200,000 naira. And the second will still be getting the 350, and the first will still be getting the 500. So I want to start announcing, we don't have your name, but we have your business name. So if I call your business name, you rise up and come out while I also say the position. So the sixth position, I'm starting with the sixth position. The sixth position goes to, the person will be getting 150,000 naira. And the person got in total a total point of 35.5 over 60. And I said the person will be getting 150,000 naira. And the person is Media Green Ranch. Come out. Thank you. The fifth position, who will also be going home with 150,000 naira, goes to Advocates. The fourth position, who will also go home with 150,000 naira? Who will also be going home with 150,000 naira? Goes to OL Event Franchise. The third position, will be going to, the person will be going home with total amount of 200,000 naira, and it goes to Assorted Food Restaurants. The second position, who will be going home with a total amount of 350,000 naira, goes to Olaido Food. Olaido Farms. Is it farm? Yes. Farm, yes. And the first position. The first position goes to, like we have said, the person will be going home with a total amount of 500,000 naira. $500,000, it is not easy. It goes to Better Rich Food. Stand up for the champion. God bless you. Let's have our seats. So we thank God that we have come to the end of this program. And I would like our regional youth head to give us a comment before we now close finally. Thank you.
God bless you all. God bless you all. Has it been a time well spent? If you have gained something here, can I see your hands up? Great. So, though some of us did not win money, but we have gained one or two things. We've learned new things from the presentations that we've been given. And I want you to know that the comments we got from the audience, even from outside Abuja, was that most of the presentations were fantastic. So, because we couldn't afford to give everybody, in fact, you will see that we now had to do an increment of ₦1 million because some other people did exceptionally well, and we didn't want them to go empty-handed. So, if you are one of those that pitched today, and you did not win anything, if I were you, I'll prepare better for next year. Do you understand? Don't give up, don't feel discouraged. It means that next year, anybody here, did any of you win anything last year? You see? Did any of you pitch last year? Okay, so they did not pitch last year, they did not win anything, so this is their first attempt. You have gained experience, so don't give up. Next year, by the grace of God, who knows, maybe the first position is going to be ₦1 million, and maybe that position will go to you. Imagine that. So please, let us not be discouraged. And you could see that the judges, it took them a very long time to be able to, like Brother Oredola said, they didn't know most of the people, and they did the assessment
like individually. I mean, how do I say it now? Like separately. It wasn't like a collective thing. So the ranking was done independent of each other. So we could see that this is fair ranking. So we thank God for the success of the program. We thank God for our facilitators and our resource persons for spending the whole day with us. These people are very busy people. They are important people, and we want to appreciate God on their behalf that they could spare their time to come and spend it with us today. We don't even have very good meal to give them. We just give them small things like that. That's not the kind of food they eat, but because they love us, that's why they are here. And we believe that next year when we call them, they will still come. So, like I said, please don't be discouraged. So, so I'm going to ask the first person, which branch are you from? Kubwa. No, okay. Kubwa, yes. Lugbe, Kubwa, Jabi, Arab Road. Akwanga, Great. So Kubwa and Arab Road are the same. So they came, they took 3 slots of this. 3. Arab Road is 2 Kubwa and 1 Arab Road. Okay, Lugbe. So you see some. Do you know that it is possible that in some other branches there are people who could do good proposals, but they did not come to pitch today. Maybe they feel that we are not serious, but they can see that we are serious now. So next year, people, please tell your friends that it is good to come to places like this. I told you, if you have to go for this outside, you have to spend a lot of money to be pre-qualified and even to attend some of this training. The things that they gave to us free today, you have to pay for it. So please, don't be discouraged. By the RO and the DO are not around. By the grace of God, when they are around, we are going to arrange the time for the presentation of their gifts, and they are going to be invited to Jabi so that the RO can present their gift items to them. So please go and sit down. Put your hands together for them again. Champion again, champion again. These are our champions. God bless you. Please see Brother Mayowa before you go. Sorry, you should all see Brother Mayowa before you go so that they can put down your name and phone numbers. And also, those of you that are requesting for big money and this small amount of money we're giving to, don't be discouraged. You can just start something small with them, and I'm very sure that God will increase them for you in Jesus' name. So I'm going to hand over to you now to round up for us. The closing formalities is late, and tomorrow is Sunday again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. And I want us to know that this money is not going to be given them in cash. Nobody is getting cash. So what we do is that we call them, whatever they want to buy, we purchase it and present it to them. That will be equal to the money they won. So the money is not given to, so don't go and meet them that you have won 500,000 naira, please come and give me 50,000 naira. They don't have money to give you. All of them are investing the money directly into their businesses. So thank you very much. So we want to close now. I don't know if WCS can help us project He Who Would Valiant Be. He Who Would Valiant Be. We sing that standing up. And after singing that, okay, sorry, Sister Ronke has just 1 minute to say something.
Good afternoon, all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see young professionals, entrepreneurs. May God bless you all. I'm very impressed. And the little word I have for those of us that have just come out now is that when you say you are running a business, the first profit you made is a wage, is not a profit. Don't think you are making profit. You and those who are going out into the offices to work, you are the same. But until you're able to turn that one you call profit, to turn it around and around, that's when you have your profit. Have it at the back of your mind that one you made, somebody said he made 4,000 naira. That is not your profit. It's a wage. It's just a way of saying thank you for doing this. But when you use that 4,000 naira now, you turn it around to make maybe like 1,000 more, 2,000 more, or you turn it to 8,000. that 4,000 from that first 4,000 is a profit. It is that one you can use. Maybe you want to save, maybe you want to invest it. That is the one you can use. That's the little advice I have. And for those who are still thinking, what can I do with my life? Look inward. What can you do freely without being paid? And you are happy that you have done it. That is your passion, that is your line, that is your life, that is who you are. That's what I just want to say. And having done all that, with prayer in your heart, God will favor you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. God bless you. God bless you. So before we sing He Who Would Valiant Be, we want to appreciate the YPF team who have put this program together for us. And that team is being led by Sister Toyin Ogundare. Please, let's give her a round of applause. Please, can stand up. Let's see your face. Please stand up. Stand up. So that's the leader of YPF. God bless you. And also we want to appreciate Sister Bumanam Isaiah, who is the head of care and empowerment. She has also done well. May God renew their strength in the mighty name of Jesus. And also to our elders that are here, God bless you, sir. Our leader, Branino, he has been supporting us. May God continue to bless him in the mighty name of Jesus. So we want to sing He Who Would Valiant Be. And after we might have finished singing the song, Sister Toyin Ogundare will come and lead us in closing prayers. Yes. Let's rise up, please. He who would valiant be. He would valiant be. Where's my phone? Let him in constancy follow the Master. There's no discouragement. From your intent to be a pilgrim.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this program. Accept our thanks. We thank you for how far you've helped us. Accept our praises. We thank you for the winners. Accept our thanks. Lord God of heaven, we are in your hands. Please help us to remain unfazed. Keep us in your love. Help us to be great in every field that we find ourselves, so that we can give all glory and honor to your name. As we depart now, we don't want to depart out of your presence. Let your presence continue with us. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Please collect your food at the canteen before you leave. So that we have a group photograph with the winners, and everybody, we have a group photograph outside before we go.